Ferocious storms batter the plains, and Oklahoma is ground zero for the wicked weather.
A powerful tornado in Oklahoma ripped roofs off buildings, knocked down power poles, and sent emergency crews rushing into a rural community near Vance Air Force Base.
Look at that! It's a satellite tornado! Good night!
Video provided by KWTV. KOTV shows multiple occurrences across a field.
Tornado on the ground going through the wind farm out here.
Destroying buildings in its path.
He's in the trees.
As debris flew through the air, the confirmed tornado moved across parts of Enid, a city of about 50,000 people. I'm Lisa Dwyer.
In South Georgia, around 90 homes burned by wildfires fed by gusty winds and tinder-dry conditions. Tens of thousands of acres have been charred with only minimal containment of those fires so far. President Trump takes the wraps off a deal with another drug maker to lower its pharmaceutical prices.
The president is touting Regeneron's decision to make its products more affordable to American patients.
It's agreed to offer their prescription medications at heavily discounted most favored nation prices.
The deal involves Regeneron lowering the prices of current and all future drugs on Medicaid. It also involves selling a cholesterol drug on the White House's discounted drug website. Greg Clugston, Washington.
The president has extended a waiver that makes it easier for foreign vessels to transport oil and natural gas to the U.S. It's a 90-day waiver of the Jones Act, and it has sent crude prices modestly lower this morning. And ahead of the opening bell on Wall Street, stock futures are mixed. The Dow futures are down 131 points. On the NASDAQ, futures are up almost 300 points. More on these stories, townhall.com.
My doctor told me my cholesterol is borderline, so I took control with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula. Garlic helps maintain healthy cholesterol safely and naturally. It's odor and taste-free, and Garlic is a world leader in garlic potency. I'm taking charge of my cholesterol with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula, cholesterol's natural enemy.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The term natural references only the garlic in the product. Use as directed.
Spring cleaning isn't just for your house. It's for your life. If your job is getting old, it's time to clear the clutter and spring into IT. Go to My Computer Career.
My Computer Career helped me get the skills and certifications I needed to start a new life as an IT professional in months, not years.
Earn the certifications that top employers are looking for right now. Visit mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation to see if it's time to spring into IT. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
The U.S., China, and India are taking a pass on a big alternative energy summit in South America.
Against a backdrop of rising global tensions and energy market instability, governments from around 50 countries are gathering on Friday in Colombia's Caribbean city of Santa Marta for a summit aimed at accelerating the shift away from fossil fuels. The April 24 to 29 conference will bring together ministers, academics and civil society groups to discuss how to move beyond oil, gas and coal. The meeting reflects growing frustration among some governments and advocates that decades of UN climate negotiations have failed to directly address fossil fuel production, the main driver of global warming, prompting the Santa Marta summit to push the issue outside formal talks. I'm Charles de Ledesma.
The EU has approved a $106 billion loan package for Ukraine. The decision comes after Russian oil began flowing again to Hungary and Slovakia through a key pipeline. Townhall.com. A major media shift is moving closer to fruition.
HBO Max, Top Gun, CBS, and CNN may all be placed under the control of the upstart Paramount Skydance soon. That's because shareholders of Warner Brothers Discovery approved an $81 billion sale of the company on Thursday. The deal, including debt, valued at nearly $111 billion. If approved, the mega merger would vastly reshape Hollywood and the wider media landscape. It would further consolidate power in an industry already run by just a handful of major players. Bob Agnew reporting.
In the latest round of tech industry job cuts, Meta laying off about 8,000 workers. And Microsoft is offering buyouts to a similar number. Meta confirms it plans to cut about 10% of its workforce in an effort to invest in other parts of its business and for greater efficiency, as first reported by Bloomberg. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travel said, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning, one and all. Welcome to Mornings with Mike Winters. I am he. That would be me, Mike Winters. Happy Friday.
Finally. Yes. This has been a slog of a week, too.
It has.
Last week was real long. This one, it was steady, but it stretched out a bit.
Yeah.
And stretched its legs, you know?
And I'm not going to lie, like the last day or two today, I've not felt that great. So I've been kind of like,
just trying
to the weekend.
Trying to limp to the finish line,
That's
right? Getting those scissors out to cut it so you don't have to break through it and spend the energy.
I'm just like, can't get through this day. But happy Friday, everybody.
Yes.
And enjoy the warm windiness that we get. Well, it's not that windy.
Yeah, you know what? Yesterday
It's dry.
I kept thinking about that red flag warning. I'm like, I feel like there's more moisture in the air than we were expecting.
Yeah.
It didn't feel threatening.
They did keep it till like 9 or whatever, because I remember seeing it expire on TV last night when they were talking about it expired.
It did get downright hot yesterday before the clouds rolled in, for sure.
Yeah. Well, today's going to be another warm one. They're talking upper 80s today, 87.
Yeah, it was 91, I think, was the high yesterday. So I'll take an 87.
And 89 tomorrow. So a little breezier tomorrow too. So, Sunday. 9-0.
No, I thought you were going to go the other way with it.
No, and the winds are going to be kicked up too.
Fun.
Yeah, Sunday's
that'll be a good time.
Let's just say this: if you've got outdoor things, tomorrow's probably better than Sunday.
Gotcha.
That's going to be my. Unless you're, well, I don't even know, even kite flying, because I'll say Sunday's a little too probably windy, because they're talking blowing dust and all that. And who wants to fly kites and blowing dust?
Kuwaitis. They don't have a choice, okay? They have to take advantage of whatever wind they can get.
Yeah, I guess. It looks like you're like out at Kitty Hawk about to launch the Wright brothers' first airplane. Maybe, take that down.
I saw there's a trend that I've been seeing popping up on the TikToks and the YouTube shorts that I'm fascinated by, and it's something I never really thought about, but it would be so cool to see. People are making paper airplanes and then launching them out of New York skyscrapers.
I've seen, but like hundreds or thousands of them.
Well,
right?
no, the one I watched it was just this one.
Oh,
and
okay.
He threw it out, and it stayed up, and it was going in and out of buildings.
Now the one I saw could have been AI,
right?
But literally, this guy made like hundreds of them, and then released them, and they all just went.
It's because they're glorified gliders, I know, but they. Because of updraft winds with skyscrapers in New York City, those planes stay up for a good long while.
Yeah, like when you're in your front yard or in your living room,
flights,
they just gotta go 10 feet or whatever it is.
Or even worse, they whip up and smack you in the forehead.
Well, and I will tell you this. I am, because of a certain phase of my life, I'm a moderately outdoor paper airplane expert. When I was a kid, I'm talking young, like my first ever friends I remember. 2 guys named Gene and Mike when I lived in.
I mean, that's kind of ironic.
I know, right? That they were Gene and Mike, and Gene was the older brother by 1 year than Mike. But anyway, Gene and Mike lived. This is when I lived in Forestville, Maryland. So this was like my brother wasn't even born yet.
Right.
That's how little I was.
We're talking young wonder years.
Yeah, and so my two friends up the street, they were the ones we go. So literally, we spent all day. My Gene, the older one, he would literally get like the Montgomery Ward catalog, rip out a page, make air paper, and he can make like 30 different paper airplanes. So me and Mike and Gene used to spend, and we'd all be like, "This one's the Blue Angels, this one's the Thunder, this one's the Concorde, this one's," and about 30 of them would end up on their parents' roof. But yeah, so we did. That was like literally for.
Well, it goes in
summer.
It goes in phases because there was a period when I was a kid in, I want to say like the mid 90s, when paper airplane making came back in a big way because again, everything at the time was going extreme and these were extreme paper airplanes. It was when everybody was like, well, if you build in like a wing on top of the wing, it'll help with updraft. And kids were using terms like updraft.
Right.
I'm like, what do you, did you take a physics class?
I was just
wings aloft.
I was just happy if the wing on the left side was closely the same size as the wing on the right side.
Now, I did see this one I want to make. My kid's mom sent it to me because I think Hunter would love this. And it's just, I think it was called like the flying pig or something like that. It's a tube with these like flaps on top, and when you throw it, it literally, the flaps just like keep it aloft.
Oh,
so it's a pretty cool looking device. I want to try to build that with Hunter one of these weekends.
That looks very eerily reminiscent of. You ever watch like those old? It's usually like in a little vignette, grainy photos of. It's usually when they talk about the flight and the different methods of flight, and they show the guy in the suit that falls off. But there's always the one of like this flying saucer thing with this propeller, and it's going jumping up and down like it's trying to catch. That's what that reminds me.
He's got like the two ruler or yardsticks essentially, just trying to make wings happen.
Yeah. So that's kind of when I get stuck in my head when you see that. But
that's one of those skills that I think I need to reinstill in my kids. There was an incident yesterday that made me a little fearful for the future.
Uh-oh.
So I dropped the kids off at Mom's house yesterday, and Gary, Carlotta's boyfriend, standing in the middle of the room like someone had died. Like everything was quiet.
Yeah.
He just stared. He's like, our internet is out.
Oh. Oh, so it was chaos in their house, huh?
So
what did we do? I don't know.
Well,
we're gonna die.
Everybody was fine except for my daughter.
She
could not
tracks.
Now that's the thing though. She's so eager to go camping and to go out with me and Hunter and,
as long
and
as
try
it's
out
a really long extension cord.
But I told her, I'm like, I'm not gonna have Wi-Fi. And at the time when we talked, she's like, oh, that's fine. I'll have my sketch pad and I'll draw. I'm like, why don't you this was yesterday when the internet was out. Honey, go get your sketch pad. You could draw. I'm going to draw some stupid drawings. I'm like, when you think of everything as negative, everything's going to be negative.
Yeah.
Cut to an hour later, I get a call from a screaming Rhiannon and Mom. And I'm like, okay, fine. You know what? Keep it up. Your color runs today. I'll just keep you with me at the office. That'll be a fun day for you. So she shaped up real quick. But
well, this is internet.
I'm just like,
mostly.
I even told her yesterday, I was like, what are you going to do if like in the apocalypse? Like, what are you going to do? I'm not, her mom said, internet doesn't just magically fall out of the sky. I'm like, kind of does. It's kind of its whole thing.
It's just not magically. It just falls.
When it doesn't, we have to have coping strategies until the magic pipeline opens back up and gives us info again.
Well, to be honest, I think a majority of many people are going to be in that boat.
That's why
if all goes to pot.
I'm trying to gather resources to basically take all of the good info off of the internet and put it onto like a flash drive So like, because there's like websites you can download all of Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Or like all of howto.com, you know, all these different like websites. And
I feel like
just having that information in some form.
I feel like that's already existing in a book.
Oh, it
you
does.
know, like a book.
Yeah, it does.
And when all the thing goes to pot, there may not be power.
Michael,
the book will work.
I have crank power. I will get my info.
You know what? I'll tell you what you need to do. Go buy, I'm serious as a heart attack. Go buy a Boy Scout handbook.
So I don't have a Boy Scout handbook. What I do have is it's about yay big, and it is essentially a field guide for both urban and for outdoors or forest survival, and it's got everything from like, you know, basic knot tying, fishing techniques to setting up camp, you know, flares, all that stuff.
Good.
And it's categorized by tabs too. So you know,
good deal.
And it's one of those that's like pocket size, so you can fit, it fits right in my pack.
Nice.
So I've been you know, using that, and every now and again when I have a free moment, instead of picking up my phone and doom scrolling, I've been grabbing that and be like, let's just bone up with my bow line hitch. You know?
Well, and that's good. I would also additionally get the Scout handbook.
Yeah, I definitely want to do that.
And the reason why is that because it's got a lot of that stuff too, but then there's other things that may not be in that book, but might, like for instance, for life saving and things like that, they teach you how to make your clothes into a life preserver. So you can blow up your shirt and use it to float on and things like that. And so that Scout handbook has a lot, and plus it's got a lot of those references for identifiable plants and edible plants and all that. And that's the now to be in all fairness on that one, get one native to wherever you're living.
Right. And actually that's something I've been kind of you know, studying up on is local trees, local plants, local because like, for example, and this is you know, not really apropos of the survival aspect of things. I've been noticing there's a specific very sweet scent that I'm picking up around different tree lined areas around Roswell.
Oh, that would be me.
It's mostly Mike, yeah. But no, there's a certain kind of pine that grows locally, and it gives off this like vanilla scent when it's in springtime to attract, you know, pollinators essentially. But because of that, like because that smell, like okay, and that kind of led me down a path of other local trees in the area, other, you know, and like their utilization as far as like, well, you can get water from this type of birch specifically, or the sap of this is flammable and can, you know, can use as fire starter, things like that. So yeah, you pick up things along the way.
Absolutely, yeah. Is our guest here?
Yes.
Okay, I thought so. I was like, I thought I heard phones.
You could just feel it getting more inventive in here.
I heard a phone earlier, and I was like, well, but it's quiet, so I didn't know. So, let me give you le rundown for today's show. We do have a full slate for you.
Yes.
Busy show today. We're going to start things off here in just a few minutes. Peggy Bolin, talking camp invention, will be back with us as we are, believe it or not, just a smidge over a month away from Camp Invention, the final Camp Invention.
The final countdown is on.
That'll be happening the first week of June here, so Peggy will join us and give folks a little reminder to sign up for Camp Invention. There's only a finite number of slots, and when it's full, and I believe they cap it at 70. So yes. So, but anyway, she'll join us here in a couple minutes. In the 8 o'clock hour, about 8:15 or so, Diana Bernal is going to pop in and join us from the Roswell Public Library, reminding everybody about their big carnival tomorrow at the library from, I believe it starts at 10 a.m. They're going to have, every kid gets a book. They're going to have, face painting and nachos and games and arts and crafts and all that good stuff. So
let's say face paint my nachos.
That's right.
I want lightning bolts on them.
I face paint my face with nachos.
Yeah, could you just put nacho cheese on my face? I'll just dip jalapenos on the forehead.
They call me Nacho Face.
Nacho!
Is it a horror movie? Is it a comedy? Is it delicious? Yes.
Sean's looking a little extra melty today.
Nacho Face.
Nacho Face.
And then finally, in the 9 o'clock hour, we're going to be joined by Doug Turner, Republican candidate for governor, and we'll have a conversation with him as he'll be in town. Primary is, again, one of those things right around the corner. It's we're blinking and it's here. So we're hot and heavy in the political season. So plus we'll have all the newses of the local national variety, a bevy of commercials for your and my pleasure, and whatever else we can come up with for today's show. Before we do anything else, let's get a look at that weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Pretty warm today, upper 80s, lots of sunshine, and it might be a little bit breezy. Wind at 15 to 25 miles an hour. Overnight, a few clouds, low to mid 50s, and another warm one coming up on Saturday. It'll be sunny with upper 80s. Some clouds on Saturday night. The wind will pick up on Sunday. Upper 80s on the high, sunny and very gusty. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 51 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 20% with winds out of the southeast at 3 miles per hour. Going to be warm and breezy for the next several ones. Although no talk of the high wind warnings and all that like they were mentioning yesterday. That doesn't mean it's not still kind of dry, and don't be stupid. But we're not getting at least the official warnings that we were getting earlier in the week. But for today, sunny and 87, north winds 5 to 10 this morning, shifting to the southwest and increasing 10 to 15 for this afternoon. Tonight, partly cloudy with an overnight low of 52, southwest winds 15 to 20. They'll be dropping down 5 to 10 after midnight tonight. For Saturday, dang hiccups. For Saturday, partly cloudy, 89 for a high, southwest winds 5 to 10 early, picking up 15 to 20 for the afternoon. Sunday, it's just downright windy. Going to be warm. I mean, we're hitting 90 for a high, but they're talking afternoon patchy blowing dust. Sunny and windy, southwest winds 5 to 15 in the morning, picking up 20 to 30, gusting as high as 45 miles per hour by Sunday afternoon. And then looks like, Monday, we'll be in the mid 80s, upper 80s on Tuesday, and don't get too excited. But there is 20% chances of rain Wednesday night into Thursday of next week. But we'll see. It's a lot of time to erase those chances between now and then. All right, 7:22. We're going to take a commercial break here, and then Peggy Boland with Camp Invention will join us on the other side. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Got wheels? Get deals. The Deals for Wheels event is on now at Roswell Honda. Right now, trade in anything with wheels and get up to $3,000 towards your next new Honda. We're talking cars, trucks, ATVs, bicycles, motorcycles, scooters, even golf carts. While you're here, register to win an outdoor bundle complete with tabletop grill or a premium bundle with a 5-burner grill. Get 1 ticket for stopping by, 3 with test driver service, and 5 with vehicle purchase. Drawing April 25th at 1 p.m. sharp. Deals for Wheels on now at Roswell Honda, 2177 West 2nd.
Hello, this is Melanie from Glenn's Furniture. Still searching for that perfect centerpiece for your living room like a sofa built to last for generations? Discover the enduring quality of American-made Mayo furniture. We showcase a stunning collection of Mayo sofas and love seats. Choose from a palette of premium top-grain leathers and rich classic hues, or select from hundreds of sumptuous durable fabrics. It's true custom comfort. Experience the Glenn's difference, where timeless craftsmanship meets personalized design. Come down and see us on Union and Alameda, where delivery is free since 1953.
Free up your countertop with the versatility of a KitchenAid multifunction over-the-range microwave oven from Bush Appliance in Roswell. Designed for flush installation with a standard 12 3/4-inch cutout, this space-saving appliance combines an air fryer, toaster oven, convection oven, microwave, and ventilation hood. Shop now at Bush Appliance and conquer countertop clutter. Who you going to call? Bush Appliance in Roswell. Stop by 111 West Country Club Road or call 575-622-6390.
At one point, Jewish leaders accused Jesus of interacting with sinners. So Jesus told them this story. Suppose one of you has 100 sheep and loses one of them. Doesn't he leave the 99 in the open country and go after the lost sheep until he finds it? And when he finds it, he joyfully puts it on his shoulders and goes home. Then he calls his friends and neighbors together and says, "Rejoice with me, for I've found my lost sheep." I tell you, in the same way, there will be more rejoicing in heaven over one sinner who repents than over 99 righteous people who do not need to repent. Okay, that story just doesn't make sense. Who would leave 99 to save one? Now the answer is simple. Jesus would. Jesus loves and cares for all people, not just the religious. He loves the sinner, the fallen, the hurt, and the damaged. The Apostle Paul states, God wants all people to be saved and to come to a knowledge of the truth. No matter how lost you may feel, Jesus is searching for you to be with him, just like that lost sheep.
Join us at the Country Club Road Church of Christ for worship at 10 a.m. on Sunday, located on the corner of Country Club and Washington in Roswell.
Picture this. You're behind the wheel of a John Deere compact tractor. You're effortlessly breaking ground, moving piles of rocks just by moving a lever, and enjoying the sun as you clear brush across your pasture. We could keep trying to put you in the moment, but to really understand what this feels like, you just have to get in the seat.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia and Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
At Richland Motors, it's never been easier to sell or trade your current car, truck, or SUV for a newer model to hit the road in. Even if you don't purchase from Richland, they want to buy your vehicle for top dollar. But if you do buy from Richland, don't forget, they're the home of the powertrain warranty for life. That's a whole lot of confidence for you. See Richland for details. 2nd and Sycamore and 1309 Southeast Main.
If you suffer from pogonophobia, you would not want to attend a party with the following people: Kenny Rogers, Santa Claus, Willie Nelson, the cast of Duck Dynasty, and 2/3 of ZZ Top. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 26 minutes after 7 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning, Peggy Bullen back with us from Camp Invention. Good morning,
That's right.
Peggy.
Hi, good morning.
How are you doing today?
Pretty good.
It's not bad.
It's
sunny out.
really nice outside.
Till the wind picks up. But yeah, for now it's nice.
It is New Mexico. It is spring.
That is true. It is true.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of just putting on a different hat real quick, because for folks that don't know that, when she's not doing Camp Invention other things, she's part of the astronomy club and some other things as well. How's been the night skies over the spring here? Has it been pretty good viewing weather, or has it been pretty lousy?
Well, when it's windy, it's no good.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of factors. When it's cloudy, it hasn't been too cloudy here lately, though, unfortunately.
So
not like Wisconsin and Minnesota that are getting drowned.
Right.
We have the opposite.
Well, where we lack in moisture, we make up for good views at night, I guess.
That's true. There you go. Yeah, it's not bad unless it's cloudy, of course, or windy.
Sure. So. But yeah, hey, if you're interested in that kind of stuff, please reach out to Peggy as well.
Mm-hmm.
And you can meet up for the next astronomy club meeting. A lot of times they'll get chances to go out to some private property things, to places that normal people don't get to go, and go look at the night skies, or it's nice and dark out there. And so, yeah, it's a lot of fun.
And our next meeting is the second Thursday of the month at 7 o'clock.
Very good.
At the OTC building at ENMUR.
Gotcha. So come on out if you happen to be in the area. Pop on in, and who knows, you might just pick your next hobby here.
And there you go. A lot of knowledgeable people in that meeting.
Well, absolutely. But keeping with that vein, we have got, it's hard to believe, but just a hair over a month before the final Camp Invention here in Roswell. Yeah.
Unless somebody takes it over, it's the last one for me.
But yes, unless someone does pick up that mantle, we are this will be the last Camp Invention for here in Roswell. But good news is you still got time to sign up.
Yep. And there's still some spots.
Yes, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
The actual camp itself will be taking place that first week of June 1 through June 5.
Mm-hmm.
It will be once again at All Saints Catholic School and church there on, was that Kentucky or?
North Kentucky.
North Kentucky, yeah.
North of the hospital.
Yeah, right, yeah, north. Basically, if you're coming off Country Club, it's right behind the hospital, basically.
Right.
But if you want to, as the crow flies, it's kind of like 2 streets behind Farmers off Main.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Mm-hmm. About 2-3 blocks off of Main Street behind Farmers. So, but anyway, that's where they're at there. And it'll be a day-long, a day camp each day. The actual normal camp hours run from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m.
3:30.
3:30, I'm sorry. And however, if you do need extended time either before or after camp starts, there is an option where you can any time between basically 7:30 and
to 5:30.
But 7:30 to 9 and then 3:30 to 5:30.
Correct.
They can stay or come in earlier, stay after, and it'll be more camp now. If
more
you're just
problem solving activities.
Now be like, well, wait a minute. If I only do the 9 to 3:30, am I missing? No, you're not missing out on camp. But that being said, they're not just going to be staring at a wall for 2 hours. They're They're going to be engaged.
They'll be engaged.
Camp invention type projects and things.
Right.
So yeah. But that being said, that's an option too. So that way, if folks, I know parents, hey, your workday starts at 8 a.m. You can't wait till 9, or I don't get off till 4 o'clock and I can't get them till 4:30 or whatever that is. This allows that option for you.
Right. There is some additional cost to that.
Absolutely. Yes.
But it's not prohibited.
Absolutely.
Prohibited? Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's not going to stop nothing. If money's the issue, then that won't be an issue.
Right. Yeah.
Now, if you're not familiar, Camp Invention is that it's that week-long day camp I was saying, but
national camp.
National camp. Yeah. There's the same camp is going on all over the country this
About
summer.
over 1,400 in the nation.
Oh, wow, 1,400 different camps.
Over 1,400. Wow. I don't know the exact number, but I know it's over 1,400.
It's a lot. And so the camp here will run that first week in June, and there's 4 different what they call modules, and each of these modules exercise different elements of STEAM and STEM technologies.
Correct.
And I say STEAM because there's a lot of arts as well in some of this. It's not all just science and engineering. There's a lot of arts but it also factors in ancillary life skills too, like the problem solving stuff,
right? Communication,
yeah. But even like with the modules themselves, like you learn like things like event planning and things like that important, but not necessarily something you sit in a classroom to learn. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? It's like things that like skills that. Like say whatever they do in the future, like, oh yeah, they've got event planning skills. That's if you're some kind of PR person or whatever, you got to marketing that's all. Those are check marks on the resume. You know what I mean? So that's what I mean. Yes, there's like the in front learning where they're learning the science, the math, whatever that lesson's teaching, whether it's about water or space or whatever it is. But then there's that fun stuff of working in the group or the creative side of it or a little bit. Or it's, hey, we're going to make a pretend company here. That way we got to. So there's kind of essence of leadership and all
every year
stuff.
Is different.
Yeah.
That's what's cool because the child who went as a upcoming kindergartner,
right?
Because it's for anybody entering kindergarten to entering 6th grade.
Yeah, it's pretty much elementary school age children can participate.
And so if those are if you started as an entering kindergartner and now you're entering 6th grade, and I have some who've been there every single year.
Yeah.
And they will not have the same camp experience.
Yeah, it's a new camp each year.
Every year.
Different modules, different experience. The only thing that's the same was basically the time frame. And
and I always do the same week every summer. It's always the first week in June.
Yep.
So any other things that come into conflict with that, they're doing, not mine.
There you go.
Because mine is always the first week in June.
So let it be written, so let it be done.
Exactly. This is what it is.
But yeah, and I'm telling you, it is a lot of fun. The kids, and then the great part is, regardless if they're a kindergartner or 4th grader, they're all working on the same 4 projects. They just learn it at their appropriate age level. And so it's really, so if you do have, like, because a lot of, families have multiple children. You might have a 1st grader and a 4th grader. And good news is they've got the same project, so you're not going to have to worry about that.
Exactly.
Hey, he's got what I want, what he's got, and even I got, or she's got, and mine. Yeah, all that.
Like the robotic capybara this year.
They all have the same.
They both will have.
Now, if one breaks and the other doesn't, you're on your own.
That's right. Literally. Good luck to you.
Good luck. We're all counting on you. But yeah. So that's the great part about that too. And so. Another opportunity is if your child is a little bit older than elementary school, middle school age, there is what they call like their LIT program, which is kind of like they're not full-fledged counselors. They're counselors in training, leaders in training.
Right, leaders in training.
And so they get to experience camp. Like they get to participate in the projects and things like that.
And they would also get a little capybara.
And they get the swag.
Right.
But they also get an added responsibility of kind of being like a teacher's aide, where they help, maybe they help pass out materials or help just kind of keep the group in line while they're going to one event to another or whatever that is. You're kind of helping keep the flow of the camp going.
Right.
And so you pay a discounted rate as a camper.
Right, $100 off.
But
for
you get,
the LITs.
But you kind of get a leadership position here. And It's a little bit
which
where
is
you
really
get to,
nice.
Yeah, you still get to be a camper, but you get to have a little responsibility there.
Right.
So.
And then, we're still looking for a couple high school students who might like to be leadership interns.
Okay.
And they don't get paid. This is a volunteer, but it looks great on a resume.
Sure.
In fact,
You need to get the college applications, need some filler for those. That's good stuff.
right.
Yeah.
So my son actually had Camp Invention because he was a leadership intern. He had it on his application, and that got him. That is what stood out to the principal of a school that got him to be a teacher.
Wow, that's pretty nice.
He said, because you showed leadership.
Nice.
I'm like, oh, all right, good. You
There you
know?
go.
And he's a science teacher.
Hear that, camp counselors?
I know. It's like, so.
Absolutely. You never
don't
know.
what's going
You never know what
this
those
is gonna lead
experiences
to.
in your life will do on that. So all we're saying is nothing but good things from coming from Camp Invention.
Right.
So
right.
And it really is a fun week. I guarantee your kids will probably come home at the end of the day, maybe a little, dare I say, tired. But just, dinner conversation should be exciting because they'll probably have a lot of stories, a lot of things to talk about.
And then they'll fall right to sleep because they have exhausted all their energies during the day.
Yep. And of course, the camp, now the one day, Friday is the one day that it ends. Like you have the extended camp or whatever, but Friday, there is no extended camp. That's the final day. They kind of have, that's the wrap up day. They, and then at 3:30, camp is done.
Yeah, and we're cleaning
Everyone
up.
goes home. So.
Yep.
Yep. But other than that, it'll the extended camp there. Now, to sign up for camp, if you just want to sign up for camp directly, go online and go to invent.org/camp. And that's going to take you to the Inventor Hall of Fame website. And that's who runs the Camp Invention. There'll be a tab, I believe it's in the upper right corner, and it says find a camp near you or something along those lines. Click that, and then it'll ask you for a locator. You can type Roswell, New Mexico, 88201, 203, 202. Any of those will get you there. Anything is kind of, and there's only one camp to my knowledge in New Mexico, and it's ours.
No. There's Albuquerque and somewhere else.
Okay, but when you if you type Roswell, it'll only be one camp that pops up.
Southeast area
But
I
anyway,
know of.
you'll see that. Click on it, and then from there you can sign up through there. There's videos and things if you want to watch or learn more about the different modules and what they're going to be doing this year's camp. But there's also at the application, there's an opportunity for some discount codes too. You've missed some windows on some previous codes. However, we are still in the Save 20 code. Right. So when you fill out the application there's a part where you says add a offer code or whatever. If you
promo code?
Yeah, promo code. Thank you. If you type in FUN20, FUN20, you will be able to save $20 off the tuition fee.
Right.
Now
that expires though April 28th.
Yeah, so you've got basically till Monday.
Yeah.
Right. Tuesday. 25th is tomorrow. Is Saturday. 26th. So Tuesday. You got till Tuesday to sign up here. So
if you want to save $20, you can sign up till the day of if there's a spot.
Well,
but we're only taking 75.
And all of this is once the cap is at 75 there, then we're it. That's it. But now there's still the multiple
yes,
sibling.
those are till the end.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you have, like you said, more than one child to enter camp, there's also discount codes to save that you can use per child.
Right.
There's like what's called SibLove 40 or 30. If you use that at the offer code, that basically saves $30 per two children if you have two children. If you have more than two children, you can do the SibLove 40 and save $40 there
per child
on that as well too. So so that's another discount that you can take advantage of. Now, if you're thinking the cost for the camp altogether is
$300.
$300. Now, if you're thinking, well, $20 isn't going to do it or $30 isn't going to do it, I'd love to do it. There is scholarship money available for partial scholarship.
Yes.
However, it is a case-by-case basis, And so we ask that if you do need or would like to ask for a scholarship for camp, we ask you do not apply for camp through the website. Do not do that.
Or you can call the number too, 800-946. Wait. All of a sudden my brain went, I should know this number. 968. I was so close.
There you go.
800-968-4332.
There you go.
I knew the last part.
Yeah. But you can, or call that exactly.
Right.
But if you are if you need this scholarship or would like to learn more about that, do not go through those, because the scholarships go through Peggy. So what you're going to do is you're going to get a hold of Peggy directly. If you're interested, you can email her or call her, and I'll tell you how to do that here in a second. And basically talk to her, and we'll determine from there how much of a scholarship you need here. Now, we can help out immensely. However, because we want to make sure that your child is there at camp June 1st through June 5th, we want to make sure you have a little skin in the game. You want to invest in it so that you don't. So we don't want to give you for free. But if it's just a little bit, whatever it is, I'll
try to work with everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
But that being said, we want you to invest a little bit into this as well too, because we want to make sure that if we're giving away opportunities here, we want to make sure that every one of those seats are filled. Because it's always the case. There will be 70 kids at camp this year.
75.
Or 75. I'm sorry. There will be a full camp this year. We would hate for someone to lose out because we gave a scholarship and they chose not to use it. So that's why we want to make sure that especially if this is probably the last camp we're going to have here in Roswell, so we want to make sure we go out with a bang.
Exactly. Exactly.
But that being said, if you would like some help, please reach out to Peggy. You can call her direct at 575-420-9955. Again, that's 575-420-9955, or you can send her an email, pbolin, the letter P, BOHLIN, 2016-2016 at gmail.com, pbolin2016 at gmail.com.
Right, and the children have received 3 sets of flyers at school.
Okay.
So if the parents have not received these flyers, they might want to go to the child's desk at school.
Clean it out.
Clean it
backpack
out.
Exactly.
Because they're there.
It's there, buried or balled up. It might have a
They're-
sandwich or something stuck to it, but
Yes, right. Or a moldy pickle or something. But
some
it's
science
there.
project that wasn't, but is now.
Exactly. Oh, science fair is coming up. Okay, so I wanted to talk about the modules.
Yes.
Because there's 4 really fun ones.
Yeah, and this is
I
the
love
cool
this.
part.
This is going to be a great camp this year, and I'm glad it's my, it being my last. I'm excited about the modules.
This is a good one to go out
It's
on.
a good one, yes.
Well, and they really are creative what they do with it, because they make it. And so I'm telling you, between the 4 modules, there's going to be something that your kid's going to be really into. They do a good job of covering between the 4 modules. Bound to be one thing that a kid's just going to really gravitate towards. You know what I mean? That they do a good job of kind of give them a lot of options through 4 modules.
And with STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math, you can see where these modules fall into place.
Exactly.
So the first one's called forensics. Campers build confidence and critical thinking skills as they explore forensic science and the inner mechanics of their adorable take-home robotic capybara.
There you go.
I mean, how fun is that?
There you go. And they get a cute little toy.
And they do.
And
it's awesome.
And since they kind of created and all that, it's kind of like their own personal deal. Now, I'm going to take, they're going to have their pet for the summer, basically.
Right. I really wish they would have sent me one earlier so I could show it on the radio.
Sometimes you get them early, but
I know, not this year. They didn't.
I got a feeling these are harder ones to get. You know what I mean? People are
more expensive.
Or just people holding on to them.
Yeah, maybe.
I want to keep it for myself. It's cute.
Yeah, true. So another one is called The Infringers.
Okay.
Inspired by real-world STEM superheroes, campers work together to invent creative solutions for challenges in their community and around the world.
Okay.
And that's That's great.
So kind of a Marvel themed, or DC, depending on your. But if it's Infringers, I'm going Avengers, and that's Marvel. Sorry.
Oh, there you go.
Sorry, nerd.
No offense to the other side, the DCs. Right. Okay. Next one is called Make Waves, Diving into Entrepreneurship. Campers design an eye-catching billboard boat to hook beachgoers and practice persistence as they discover the science that keeps it afloat.
Oh, cool.
So buoyancy and all that.
Nice. And a little marketing.
Yeah. Okay. And then the last one, of course, I'm big into space. I'm a space nut.
Yeah. That's kind of your
niche. It's called Space Morphers. Who can't love this one? Campers build a DIY rocket and practice problem solving as they grow a dazzling crystal tree and hatch an animal egg in the science lab.
Wow, it's got animal, plant, and mineral all in one.
I know. So I think a DIY, as you were saying, that's the art, the STEAM, the art part.
Plus, it's rocket building, which obviously with Artemis and everything's kind of.
Oh my gosh!
You know what I mean? It's
so
very
cool.
popular with
kids. Did you see the
and
launch?
Oh yeah, I did.
Oh my gosh!
Saw the
and
launch, saw the
splashdown.
recovery,
It was
saw it all.
awesome.
So, yeah, it was very, because of my age. I really was too young for Apollo.
Yeah.
I was, because I was born in 73, so I kind of missed most of that. So mine was Space Shuttle. I really grew up in the Space Shuttle world.
We were the Space Shuttle era, yeah.
But the Artemis is so much more like Apollo than Space Shuttle era because, at the end of the day, Space Shuttle stuff was all low orbit stuff.
Right.
It wasn't stuff. When they're going to the moon, this is when we're leaving our little neighborhood here.
I know,
and doing
it's so
that.
cool.
So it's very cool and I'm very excited to see the Mars, what's next, and how we go to Mars and how that's because that's what we're setting the table for.
Oh, yes,
here.
definitely.
And then I'm like, well, what's after that? I mean, are we going to, because as the crow flies, there's other planets nearby. Now, as far as when a man set foot on it without, burning up or freezing or whatever, that's another problem. But there are closer planets.
Well, I was at the Space Symposium 2 weeks ago, and NASA was talking, the guy in charge, the CEO or whatever you call him.
Right.
I should know this.
The director of NASA.
The director. There you go. And he was saying that 21 more missions Artemis missions are going to happen in the next couple of years. Wow, 21.
Great.
I was
that's great.
That is so cool.
That is so cool.
So yes. So anyway, I digress.
Anyway, Space Force is about rockets and stuff.
I go on and on about Artemis. It's so exciting. Anyway, so I just wanted to let you all know that the camp convention is led by qualified local educators. It's fun, hands-on STEM summer adventure.
Yeah, it's really
designed to ignite creativity and boost confidence in curious kids.
And I invite parents to go onto the website and watch the videos and see the kind of the history and the story behind the camp because it's really cool and it's really like Ohio is kind of their stomping ground.
Right, and they tried this camp out last year in Ohio.
Yeah, like if you're in Ohio, if you happen to be in Ohio, you probably did this camp last year. They're they're the test market, and so. With the different modules and all that stuff. So if you want to get a sneak peek of next year's, then you have to go to Ohio. But,
that's right.
But that being said, please go check out the website too, and then sign up for camp. Like I said, you can use those promo codes, save Fun20 or the SIBLOVE 30 or SIBLOVE 40. But if you do need some more help there, then don't sign up online. Call Peggy direct here, and let's talk about getting those scholarships. And then please make plans and free up the calendar June 1st through June 5th. The camp will run 9 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. each day. There is extended camp options for an additional fee that allow you to bring your child in anywhere between 7 and 9 in the morning, and then they can hang
7:30.
after 7:30. I'm sorry, and then 3:30 to 5:30 in the afternoons there.
And I do want to mention I've had parents and grandparents call me this year. Grandparent, I have a couple kids that are coming from Texas.
Sure, they're going to visit Grandma and Grandpa for the week.
And Grandma and Grandpa wanted to sign them up.
It's a great idea.
They do not have to be from Roswell. They can be from California. They can be from the moon.
The only thing they got to be is kids between the age groups that apply.
Yeah, that's right. Entering kindergarten to entering 6th.
That's it. That's all they got to do.
We already have kids who are entering kindergarten who are going to be there. And if parents want to volunteer, there's a simple background check. But they can also volunteer.
Yeah, absolutely. We always, the more the merrier to come on out. And quite frankly, we have plenty of staff and plenty of adults are going to be there, but it's always good to have more in the room, more there to, kids are kids. They things happen every once in a while.
Right, and I normally don't have the adults, the parents work with the same group as their child is
Gotcha,
in.
yeah.
Just because then
your kid don't want to look at you, quite frankly. They're trying to be cool with their friends, and they want I can't be cool with mom over in the other room looking at me. So.
Right. And they need their own
they don't
experience.
Want you in there.
Yeah, they want their own experience. Even the kindergartners. It's comforting that mom is there, but mom should not be breathing down their neck and doing their project.
Put this way, if they know you're within arm or within earshot or eyesight, then that's good enough.
Yeah. Yes.
But please join us, and if you're a middle school student, this is a great opportunity if you want to kind of gain a little experience as and if you love science and stuff, you get to participate as well too. But you kind of get to experience that opportunity to be a camp counselor and do that responsibility.
One thing that floors me sometimes, I'll approach parents and they'll say, "No, my child doesn't like science." I'm like, "Oh."
They all do. They just don't know how.
In elementary school, I didn't like it either.
Yeah.
Look at me now.
Right.
This would open doors.
Well, and that's what's the beauty of Camp Invention. It shows what science, math, and all this can be.
Right. It's not from the book.
Yeah, sitting in a classroom, practicing formulas and all that is important, and they're going to have to learn this stuff at some point. Yes, not trying to say that. But that being said, if you're trying to get kids excited about science and math, showing them the formulas first ain't going to do it. Showing them, you learn this, you can make this, or you can go here, or you can see this, or you can do this. And now you're saying, now I know why it's important to learn that math and learn those formulas.
Right. And
so that's what Camp Invention is.
What if Beethoven never had a piano?
Exactly.
This is an opportunity for students. 75 spots. We've got some already used up, but there's still more available.
We got
partial scholarships are available.
If you want to put it this way, if you have a desire and your child wants to be at this camp, we will make sure that happens.
Right.
Money's not going to be the problem. We just want to make sure that you're committed and that your child is ready to have some fun. And that first week in June here.
First week in June at All Saints Catholic School. We're not affiliated with them. That's our location.
Yep, they're just kind enough to provide a home
Open the doors.
For you,
June 1st through the 5th from 9 to 3:30. $300 is the cost before any discounts. If you can afford it, then without even the code, sign them up.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, April 28th.
I like to save money.
Me too. $20.
Even if I was a billionaire, which I'm not, but if I was, I'd still want a discount.
$20 is one Happy Meal now.
$20 will get you a burger and fries. Little one.
But again, we do have extended daycare from 7:30 to 5:30, except on Friday afternoons. That's an additional $100. If you want a partial scholarship, my phone number is 575-420-9955. My email is pbohlin2016@gmail.com. Just contact me. I'm easy to work with.
Absolutely. And parents, if like you said, if you get a hold of one of these flyers, there is a QR code there. You can scan that. It'll take you right to the website.
That too.
Directly do all that too. So
there's so many ways.
If you can smuggle this out of their backpack or desk or whatever. But yes, it's an amazing camp, and there's a reason why it's been going on and growing a little bit and going for the last 15 plus years here. So 18 years. But
that's why I'm out.
Yeah, that's why it was a great run, but the time has come. So.
Right, and snacks are provided.
Yeah,
I have a generous donor who provides all the snacks.
Good deal.
Lunches are provided by the parents.
Yes, you're on for the big meal, but they get you in betweens. We got you covered.
Right.
So. And sign up, come check it out. And but to take advantage of the Fun 20 code, you got to do that before Tuesday. Just remember that code's only good through the 28th. So, good deal. Did we get it all?
We have base camp in the morning, and we have base camp in the afternoon. This is before, as the parents are, dropping them off.
Okay.
During the middle of the day, of course, we have lunch, but we also have a very structured recess time where we have somebody in charge of games, and they do games together.
Well, they got to run and blow off a little steam. Right?
Yes. If you drive past elementary schools during recess, you'll see that isn't happening. You're standing around. It's weird.
Yeah, you got.
It's not like we were growing up.
Yeah.
So, like I said, your kid is not going to be using cell phones. They're not going to be doing anything like that. It is all going to be hands-on. Their mind's going to be working all day long. That's why, at the end of the day, they're going to sleep really well.
It's like military basic training. They keep you too busy to worry about the other stuff.
There you go. There you go. And it's fun.
Absolutely.
You know?
Well, Peggy's always appreciate it. We'll see you here, reminding folks here in a couple weeks. And, and folks, don't forget, sign up. This camp is amazing. Kids love it. It's a great thing. And I'm telling you, you never know. This might be the thing that turns your kid on to the dream, the passion that takes them to the
Mars.
rest of their lives or wherever they want to go. Yeah, absolutely.
If they want to be an astronaut, this is the generation.
This is the chance. So thank you as always, Peggy.
All right, thanks.
It is 7:55. Let's pause for news and a commercial break before more news. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
With SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason in Washington. President Trump is insisting he will not be rushed into prematurely ending the Iran war, suggesting he is in it to finish the job. Mr. Trump says Israel and Lebanon have agreed to extend a ceasefire between Israel and Hezbollah by 3 weeks after talks at the White House. The president says a meeting of the Israeli and Lebanese ambassadors, second in the past week, went very well. An American soldier is accused of taking a gamble, one that could cost him much more than he won. He allegedly used classified information about the Venezuela mission to win more than $400,000 in an online betting market. Powerful storms have once again pounded the plains, with destructive tornadoes and damaging hail reported across parts of Oklahoma and Kansas, and forecasters warn of the possibility of more severe weather into the weekend. More details, srnnews.com.
It's time for the Chavez County Sports Report. Had some baseball action yesterday. Well, sort of. Goddard blew out Portales 23-0 to move to 16-5 on the season, 4-0 in district play. That was at Portales. They'll play at home against the Rams this afternoon at 2 o'clock. Meanwhile, Roswell will hit the road to play at Carlsbad for a single game this afternoon at 5 o'clock. Softball action, Goddard will be playing at home against Artesia. A doubleheader starts at 5 o'clock. Artesia's 4-0 in district play. Goddard looking to fight their way back in the race. And Roswell will be playing at home against Hobbs this afternoon at 4:30. That's a doubleheader also slated for the Coyotes, who defeated Clovis their last pair of games. So they're 2-4 in district. The Sports Report brought to you by DSI. Call DSI for all your office technology needs. I'm Eric Butler at Roswell's Talk FM 106.5.
Roswell Hyundai's spring sales event is flying in, and these deals are out of this world. Right now at Roswell Hyundai, get 0 down, no payments for 90 days, and 0% APR for up to 72 months on select models. Roswell Hyundai wants to get you behind the wheel, even if your credit is less than stellar. Our experts will work hard to make it happen for you. But don't wait. Fly over to Roswell Hyundai while the selection is at its best. The spring sales event on now at Roswell Hyundai, 1909 West 2nd.
Conservative Republican Dan Lewis is running for New Mexico House District 66. Born and raised on the values that made New Mexico and our nation great: God, family, and community. Dan's lived in Artesia for 50 years, raised his family here, and holds an MBA from NMSU. He'll take common sense solutions and financial responsibility to Santa Fe while pushing back against the woke agenda.
Damn right, Dan's the man.
Paid for by Dan Lewis for State Representative.
Do you have missing teeth or would like them replaced? If you think dental implants are not affordable, think again. At Maupin & Brown Dentistry, their goal has always been to provide the highest quality dentistry in a state-of-the-art office at a reasonable price. They routinely treat patients that have traveled out of town for a consultation but cannot afford the treatment quoted. If this sounds like your story, come in today. As one of New Mexico's largest users of the world-class Nobel implants, they're able to purchase in volume and pass the savings on to you. So if you're missing a tooth or have loose dentures, call today for a free evaluation, which includes a free 3D x-ray. You'll be given treatment options and an honest evaluation with no hard sell, no arm twisting. But don't take our word for it. Just ask one of the thousands of patients they've treated. Maupin & Brown Dentistry, your choice for experienced, affordable, state-of-the-art dentistry. Call 627-0141 or visit maupinbrown.com.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Pretty warm today, upper 80s, lots of sunshine, and it might be a little bit breezy, wind at 15 to 25 miles an hour. Overnight, a few clouds, low to mid 50s, and another warm one coming up on Saturday. It'll be sunny with upper 80s. Some clouds on Saturday night. The wind will pick up on Sunday. Upper 80s on the high, sunny and very gusty. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Roswell's home for talk radio is 106.5 FM, KEND Roswell.
In 55 days since President Trump ordered the attack on Iran, and Secretary of War Hegseth says although the opening phase of the conflict is wrapped up, the war is not over.
That mission continues today in this new phase as Iran has an important choice, a chance to make a deal, a good deal, a wise deal.
Hegseth says the blockade of Iranian ports has been highly effective, with 34 ships turned around in the Strait of Hormuz so far. Joint Chiefs Chairman General Dan Kane says the joint force remains postured and prepared to recommence major combat operations on orders from President Trump. Mr. Trump says Israel and Lebanon have agreed to extend a ceasefire between Israel and Hezbollah by 3 weeks, this after talks at the White House. And was word this morning that the Iranian foreign minister will be traveling to Pakistan, Oman, and Russia. An American soldier is accused of taking a gamble that could cost him much more than he won.
Federal prosecutors allege a U.S. Special Forces soldier involved in the planning and execution of the military operation to capture Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro used that knowledge to win more than $400,000 in an online betting market. The indictment says the soldier was promoted to the rank of Master Sergeant in 2023, the second highest enlisted rank in the Army. He's been charged with unlawful use of confidential government information for personal gain, theft of non-public government information, commodities fraud, wire fraud, and making an unlawful monetary transaction. He could face years in prison. Ben Thomas, Washington.
Powerful storms have again pounded the plains, destructive tornadoes damaging hail across parts of Oklahoma and Kansas. On Wall Street this morning, stocks are mixed. The Dow Jones Industrial Average is down 148 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
The Trump administration is singling out China in a crackdown on foreign tech companies exploiting U.S. artificial intelligence programs.
President Donald Trump's chief science and technology advisor, Michael Kratsios, has issued a memo accusing mostly China of extracting capabilities from leading AI systems made in the U.S. and exploiting American expertise and innovation. And Kratsios says the administration will work with American AI companies to identify and punish offenders. In Beijing, Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson Guo Jiaqun calls U.S. claims groundless and says they're a smear against the achievements of China's artificial intelligence industry. And he says the U.S. should stop suppressing China's technological development. Donna Warder, Washington.
Forced to avoid the Strait of Hormuz, businesses have doled out as much as $4 million to cross ships through the Panama Canal. Townhall.com. How to make sure the bus driver is not driving impaired.
The NTSB says all new school buses should be equipped with alcohol detection systems to ensure the drivers are not intoxicated. That recommendation comes out of the investigation of a West Virginia crash that led to the amputation of one boy's leg and caused serious injuries to 2 other youngsters. The driver in that crash was sentenced to up to 110 years in prison. Jason Walker reporting.
The NTSB says a firefighter whose truck collided with an Air Canada jet last month on a New York runway heard an air traffic controller repeatedly shouting, "Stop," over the radio, but did not know who that warning was directed to. That's according to a just-released investigative report. Both pilots were killed in the crash. More on these stories, townhall.com.
What in the wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The traveler said, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 8 o'clock. Welcome to our number 2. Mornings with Mike Winters, right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Friday.
Yes.
It is finally Friday. So happy about that.
Indeed.
Yeah. Hey, I got this. There it is.
There we go.
Hey, mark this date on your calendars. Tuesday, May 5th. The Leadership Roswell Alumni Association presents their candidate forum. Meet the local candidates, discuss the issues. It'll be at May 5th, 5:45 p.m. at the Pueblo Auditorium, which is the RESD admin building
main
there,
building here.
300 North Kentucky. And then it's obviously free. Come be a part of it. But I believe they're going to have county commission race, probably sheriff, probably some state rep races. I don't know exactly all the races covered, but all those local races, I'm sure they're going to have candidates representing there to talk during the forum. So they do an amazing job with that. And to my knowledge, I think we're going to be carrying it on KSVP-TV. Tentatively, I've got a green light on that from my boss.
We're waiting on word from the up top.
Yeah, but I think we're going to be good to go on that one. So, but anyway, that's May 5th, 5:45 at the Pueblo. Be there. Here.
Yes, sir.
And we'll have it a video, but, and it's good if you can't be there. But if you can be there, be there. Because,
Be there.
Because I'm not going to lie. You know, the camera just shows an angle.
Yeah.
And you don't get all the ambiance
You're
of the
not
room.
picking up the when you're sitting in a room, you feel the vibe of the room. You kind of know,
and you can kind of
how people are perceiving the information that they're getting, and not just the information itself. You know,
Sure. Yeah, it's a good measuring.
Absolutely.
So I recommend that. But if you cannot, like I said, more than likely 97.89% sure we'll be carrying that on video here. So.
There's a 106.5% chance. So I feel compelled to ask.
Okay.
How was your draft night?
Okay. Yeah, it wasn't bad. I mean, we had one pick. They got a guy I'm happy with. They got a stud on defense.
Was this something kind of like a predetermined pick, or did you kind of have a decent draw to draw from?
Well, no. Put it this way: not everybody's going to be happy on this one. Because there was a guy on the board that a lot of people thought we should have drafted, who actually ended up going to Dallas. So that's going to hit people a certain way. I don't care about that stuff. I'm like, look, the dude's here. It's our dude.
It's stuff like this that when the season comes around, that they always point back to the draft and being like, see, these are the mistakes that that the team management, that the coaching staff is making.
In this instance, I don't think you're going to see that. What I think you're going to see is we got our guy. He's a stud. Okay. The guy that those people thought was going to be a stud is going to be a stud.
Sure.
We just got a different stud.
That's the thing.
That's what I mean. One's a safety, one's a linebacker.
If you ever want to know, like the real difference, and yes, I'm going to use the three-syllable word of athletes from yesteryear to today. I mean, all you really have to do is look at 80s pro wrestling versus what they're doing today.
Sure.
And how the 35-year-olds chain smokers who carried knives and guns in their gym bags of the back in the day are these 21-year-old insane high-flying acrobats of today.
Right.
And that's what we're dealing with in today's NFL.
Right.
And you see there's these moments of transition, and it happened in, I would say, from the late 90s to the early 2000s, there was a certain style of ball, a certain style of way of a certain defense that kind of became the popular defense, and the game started morphing and changing. And now it's a young man's game. And if you watch college football, it's always a young man's game. But now it's a really young man's game. And if you watch like some of the college stuff that some of these acrobatic plays where quarterbacks are like rolling over their the lines to gain yardage. That's the kind of stuff that's going to be you're going to start seeing in the kids that are drafted now.
And I think it's just like anything else. Technology's gotten into the game.
Mm-hmm.
And
because you can measure everything down to a millisecond now.
Well,
and nutrition and all of it.
Like, have you ever
seen a grown man naked?
I don't know if you've actually watched the movie, but I'm sure you've heard of it. Excuse me, dang hiccups. The movie Moneyball.
Yeah.
With Brad Pitt and
Jonah Hill.
Yeah. That's movies based on the Oakland Athletics and Bean. And basically, when they won the World Series, Jonah Hill's character basically is kind of designed this where, it's all numbers. It's the computer analyzing the numbers. And how these scouts are saying, no, you got to get the best guy here. And he's like, no. You take you can get this guy to run these numbers and this guy to go this numbers. You could build this team on this budget with these guys, and you can make a run for the World Series and not have a bunch of stars.
Right.
And he proved that through basically his methods.
Statistic nerds are going to be the sports heroes of the next generation.
That's kind of that to me. That's where it's kind of started the analytics era, and that's where now. But now the NFL's heavy into analytics, and where it started there and Billy Bean and all that stuff, it's now, baseball, football, hockey. They're all have an analytics department.
It's now listening to Shaquille O'Neal go, when you think about it, the third quarter and the fourth quarter is really where the game lies. You got to look at the statistical averages versus the non-statistical. Like, okay, professor. Let's talk again about how you spent your first paycheck at Walmart.
Hey, he did all right for himself.
He did okay. He's doing fine now. But it's funny to like these athletes who were very much about like gains and brawn and building a bigger body of yesteryear are now having to break down the analytics of the kids of today. You know?
But that being said, they're more athletic, they're faster, stronger, and this has been an evolution, like the era in which we grew up, 80s, 90s of watching sports. The era before that was dumb because, to be honest, our era, those guys were the full-time athletes. These are guys that the era before them, especially in like football, those guys, yes, in the 60s and stuff, but a lot of them, they had to have like jobs as supplemental income. And, it's like, till the Super Bowl era was when they started to finally make it a career kind of thing. But prior to that, and training regimes, that's why they had off seasons. And so they literally had training camp to get these fat guys back into shape. now training camp is more of a team building in this, whereas back then training camp was to literally get fat bodies back into game shape.
Yeah.
Because since for the last 3 months, they've been, living like normal people.
Right.
And
no, but they just stay there now. That's where
eat
they live.
cheeseburgers and do all
and
that.
that's why they get these, multi-million-dollar contracts is to stay stay ready.
Yeah, I mean, these guys, the off season, there is no off season.
Yeah.
The off season is they don't have a game on Sunday.
Right.
The off season, they still have their training regimes. They, especially when you get to the NFL starting player level, they all got personal trainers and science guys that they hook up and work. And then if they got injuries, they've got the team doctors they're dealing with, and they probably have their own guys they're dealing with. They have.
Have you ever seen like those dudes who really just like put in the work? And I'm specifically, for some reason, my mind goes to Dwayne Johnson, because he's got that ability to take his body down to like a relatively skinny size to play a role for an A24 movie, and then you bulk right back up. For I can't remember if it was a Fast movie or what it is he's doing now. But there was something else he had.
The one with the
the smashing machine.
The machine, that one.
He lost a lot of mass to play that character in the smashing machine, and he's regained all of that mass back. But what made me chuckle just now is, have you ever seen the delight in one of those kinds of athletes' eyes on cheat day? It's amazing. And those videos that Rock used to post back in the day of his cheat day, where he'd have like a whole bottle of his tequila next to like a 4x4 from In-N-Out, and then like an entire pizza. And he's just, that's the happiest I've ever seen that man.
I mean, the joy it brings.
It's really funny. But 6 days out of 7, they're destroying themselves to keep game shape.
Sure, absolutely. It's
tested. You got to give it to them.
But so as far as like the kind of draft, I'm happy. I'm happy with who the Commanders got. The Cowboys. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That Caleb Downs, the safety, he's a stud, man. And they got two guys, because they got a defensive lineman later in the first that he's gonna be pretty good too. But that safety pick, he's gonna be a cornerstone piece for the Cowboys defense. So
it was pretty funny. We ended up going out to do karaoke last night at Blackhawk, and while there's this side of the stage, there's a kid, one of my buddies, shout out Sean, by the way, not me, his name is Sean.
Shout out myself.
He's very excited about the Michael Jackson movie that's coming out today.
It comes out this weekend, right?
It comes out today. So all of his songs were Michael Jackson songs, and he nailed Smooth Criminal, like up to the pow, like he did a scream and nailed it. But anyways, there's that going on over here, and then there's literally one guy sitting at the bar watching the draft on the screen, like really into it. And that'd have been me. It was a very interesting juxtaposition.
That would have been me. So I gotta ask, because no, this ain't Barbie Oppenheimer weekend, nothing like that. No. But that being said, we do have the Michael Jackson movie coming out, but also kind of an equally nostalgic movie to some people. The Devil Wears Prada 2 movie's out this weekend. Yeah. And it's got the Hathaway and all the people from the Tucci, I think all the cast.
From what I understand, everybody's coming back for reprising their roles.
I mean, I don't care.
I know you don't, but I'm actually more amazed that you remember that was coming out this weekend.
Like I just happened to.
I was like, what else is coming out? Because I know there's some other stuff.
Well, weekend, I do watch things. I know. I wasn't like. Right. Yeah. It's not on my calendar that says Devil Wears Prada 2 today.
But you're an actively married man. Is Kim into the Devil's Wears Prada?
No, I think I just literally saw a commercial for it, and it's like, oh, okay, and just kind of, and I did see the first one because I was.
It's definitely one of those that I know that the women in my life, both my kid's mom, my best friend, most of the women in my life, are into the franchise and probably will end up seeing it.
Sure,
my kid's mom especially, she was really into Devil Wears Prada. So,
but I'm downright interested in seeing Michael. I want to see the movie.
I'm really intrigued about Michael. I do think I'm going to wait until that comes out on streaming though, because I don't think it's a theater movie.
I'm not going to the theater to see it, but I'm also, because parts of the family have nothing to do with this, it makes me a little skeptical on how accurate some of it is.
Sure.
Like, for instance, Janet Jackson wants nothing to do with this movie.
Well,
and it has no part in it. She's not in the movie. They don't even mention her in the movie.
There was a big rift around the Leaving Neverland documentary and all that kind of fallout. And there's been some other things that have happened kind of recently that have sort of like put a different light on who he was. And it's funny because for the longest time, LaToya, Janet, they've all kind of towed that line of what you're being told. This narrative isn't exactly what happened.
Well, and the two big ones was Janet, and one of his children. I can't remember which one.
I'm gonna guess it was not Blanket, but the older
Prince
girl.
or something.
It might have been Prince Jr., but I was thinking it was the girl.
What's the other one's name?
I can't think of it.
I think it's the other one.
Okay, the girl.
Yes.
There's one
Which
girl.
one?
Two boys.
Paris. That
thank
one.
you.
Yes,
Paris.
that
Why
one.
couldn't I think of that? Yeah, Paris. Yeah, and she's been pretty vocal about all these different depictions. Like there was a lot of talk about a hologram Michael Jackson for like a Grammys or something a year ago or so, and she basically flat out said no, that won't happen.
Okay.
She refused it.
So
at least from that perspective,
I'm going to see it, but with anything with Michael Jackson, I don't know. I mean, I don't like if it's coming from the Jackson family. It's going to paint it in a more positive light than I think it actually happened.
Yeah.
So
I always think that there's a column A, there's a column B, and then there's always some kind of sinew in between that's the actual what happened.
And pull back the curtain. The reason the boy's a hot mess is because of the parents in the Jackson family to begin with. But that's just a whole nother
discussion for a whole nother day.
That's another Dr. Phil episode.
Don't even get me started on Dr. Phil.
I believe Diana's here.
Yes.
I believe I heard
rumblings and doors.
I heard skitterings in the other room. So let me give you. Let's get the hour. Get the hour started. Let me give you a rundown for this hour of the show. We'll get you up to date with the weather and all that here in just a few. Then Diana Bernal with the Roswell Public Library is going to join us in just a few minutes. Getting everybody a last-minute reminder about their big carnival day that's tomorrow at the Roswell Public Library from 10 to noon. Every child gets a book. Plus, they're going to have face painting and games and nachos and all kinds of stuff, too. So Diana's going to join us and give us the reminder about that here in just a few. Later on in the hour, we'll get you up to date with news, the local variety, Wall Street business update, and whatever else we can come up with for this hour of the show. Before we do any of that, though, let's go ahead and take a gander at your weather. Warm and windy. That's the two words we've got for the next couple days.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Pretty warm today, upper 80s, lots of sunshine, and it might be a little bit breezy. Wind at 15 to 25 miles an hour. Overnight, a few clouds, low to mid 50s, and another warm one coming up on Saturday. It'll be sunny with upper 80s. Some clouds on Saturday night. The wind will pick up on Sunday. Upper 80s on the high, sunny and very gusty. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 60 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 17%, with winds out of the east at 5 miles per hour. Expected to hit the upper 80s, 87 and sunny today. Actually, wind goes, this is maybe the least windy of the days for the next couple here. 5 to 10 this morning for winds. Then they'll shift to the southwest, increase 10 to 15 for this afternoon. So not too bad today. Tonight, partly cloudy, overnight low of 52, southwest winds 15 to 20. They'll drop down 5 to 10 after midnight. Saturday, partly cloudy and 89, breezy, 5 to 10 mile an hour winds out of the southwest early. They'll pick up 15 to 20 for the afternoon. Sunday is going to be a windy one. Patchy blowing dust for the afternoon. Sunny and warm, highs near 90. Winds will be out of the southwest, 5 to 15 early, but in the afternoon as the day progresses, winds will pick up 20 to 30. Could see wind gusts as high as 45 miles per hour. Sunday night's going to be windy and clear with an overnight low of 53. And then mid-80s on Monday, upper 80s Tuesday, maybe, just maybe, some slight rain chances Wednesday night into Thursday next week. We'll see how that shapes up there. All right, 8:24, we're going to take 1, 2, 3, about a 4-minute break here, and then Diana will join us from the Roswell Public Library talking about the carnival tomorrow. Don't go away.
Artesia General Hospital presents Spring Wellness Tips for your family. Longer days and warmer temperatures mean more time outside, and that's great for your health. Encourage outdoor play and daily movement to strengthen hearts and build healthy habits early. Protect your family from spring allergies by keeping medications on hand and limit outdoor exposure during peak pollen hours. Remember sunscreen too. Even in spring, UV rays can cause skin damage. And take advantage of the season to schedule wellness visits, vaccinations, and health screenings. A little preparation helps your family enjoy every beautiful spring day. These tips are presented by Artesia General Hospital, ready to help take care of you and your family.
I'm Doug Turner, Republican for governor. Here in New Mexico, our oil and gas industry isn't just part of our economy, it's the backbone. It funds our schools, powers our communities, and provides thousands of good-paying jobs. But instead of supporting it, progressives like Deb Haaland want to shut it down. As governor, I won't let them. I'll stand with our energy industry, not punish it. Because when oil and gas succeed, New Mexicans win. I'm Doug Turner, Republican for governor. Everywhere I go in New Mexico, I see it. Potholes, crumbling sidewalks, dangerous roads. And every time I hear excuses from politicians who've done nothing for years. I'm Doug Turner, Republican for governor. I don't make excuses, I get results. As governor, I'll fix our roads, invest in infrastructure, and hold bureaucrats accountable so tax dollars benefit you, not politicians. We have the resources. It's time we use them to get the job done. I'm Doug Turner, and I approve this message. Paid for by Turner for New Mexico.
Step into a world of magic and adventure because The Wizard of Oz is truly timeless. And now it's coming to the Ocotillo stage as the Artesia Arts Council partners with Way Way Off Broadway to bring this beloved classic to life April 25th and 26th, featuring talented local performers, vibrant costumes, and all the wonder of Dorothy's unforgettable journey down the Yellow Brick Road. Don't miss your chance to experience the magic live. Secure your tickets today at artesiaartscouncil.com. Ad paid by Artesia Lodgers Tax.
This summer, enjoy outdoor family fun with seamless Wi-Fi, now available from Plateau. Great news, Roswell. Construction on Zone 39 is officially complete. Save on the speed you need with Plateau. Switch today and get reliable, blazing fast speed to stream more, game more, and surf more than ever before. Plus consistent billing and no data caps. And with Plateau, you'll save more too. Call 1-877-PLATEAU or log on to plateautel.com today. Plateau. Tried, true, trusted.
Join Hot New Country 92.9 The Brand for a special live broadcast this Saturday from 10 to 1 at Roswell Honda. The Deals for Wheels event is on now at Roswell Honda, and that means you can trade anything with wheels towards your next new Honda. We're talking cars, trucks, ATVs, bikes, even golf carts. While you're here, register to win an outdoor bundle with a tabletop grill or a premium bundle with a 5-burner grill. Get 1 ticket for stopping by, 3 with a test driver service, and 5 with vehicle purchase. Drawing Saturday at 1 p.m. See you Saturday at Roswell Honda, 2177 West 2nd.
As part of the ongoing effort to keep the roads of New Mexico safe, we would like to share a list of things you should never attempt behind the wheel of your automobile.
Texting your friends, wrestling your friends, eating a sandwich, making a sandwich, hugging your kids, buckling your kids, brushing your hair, brushing your teeth, flossing your teeth, adjusting your seat, rubbing your feet, reading the paper, using a shaver, applying makeup,
you get the point. A large number of car crashes occur when the driver is doing something other than driving. Drive safe, New Mexico.
Paid for by the New Mexico Department of Transportation and aired in cooperation with the NMBA and the state.
The average American spends 2.5 days a year looking for lost items. We aren't sure how long Europeans and Asians look for lost stuff. We lost the list. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 28 minutes after 8 o'clock, and joining us in the studio this morning from the Roswell Public Library, Diana Bernal back with us. Good morning, Diana.
Hi, good morning, Mike.
How are you doing?
Great. I'm excited about this coming up.
Yeah, spring, library, the library's it's a busy time. It's always busy at the library. But with summer reading program, like a hop, skip, and a jump away, it's kind of like the calm before the big storm. But that being said, there's lots of activities, and it's certainly we want to make sure kids come out and join us at the library tomorrow for the big carnival day out there, where there's free books for every kid that comes. They get a free book. I mean, it's a lot of fun for the kids.
Sure it is. We're all excited about what we're planning for just our kiddos and the community.
Yeah.
And actually, this is the reason of this event. It's because we're celebrating Library Week, Book Week.
Okay.
And we're going to have the Day of the Book and the Day of the Child.
Okay. And so that's the big carnival as we're celebrating.
Yes.
Books.
In our children, we're going to have a carnival, like at a fair, like an old-fashioned time.
Yeah.
We're going to have games with prizes.
Yeah.
We're going to have foods like nachos, popcorn, lemonade.
Stuff at the fair. You get at the fair or the carnival. Yeah.
Yes. The things that you see around the carnival, but it will be indoor.
Sure.
We're going to have the face painting.
Don't have to worry about sunscreen or your nachos blowing away when you sit on the table. Yeah, don't worry about that.
Oh, that's the best thing. We're going to keep carrying their own balloons, because we're going to give us some figure balloons.
Okay.
Until supplies last.
Okay, very good.
Every time. And we're going to give books away. They're going to be allowed to choose the book they want.
They get to pick their book, kind of like Christmas. They get to go pick their gift under the tree. They get to pick their book.
And it's a brand new book.
Yeah.
While they're getting their book, they're going to get their balloon. They're going to choose which is a dog figure, a swan figure.
Yeah.
Also, we're going to have face painting.
Cool.
And a beautiful craft that they will remember what they saw and hear.
Just a fun time, and really the big thing is we want to make sure that each one of these children get to take home their very own book. Depending on the kids, sometimes this is like their first book of their own, or their own book where they get to, and so it's important to let them pick that book too. Let them kind of, you'll see the choices of books there, and whatever draws their eye, let them grab it, because that's how you get them to love reading, is to let them read things that excite them, that interest them. They're going to read enough in school that they're going to have to read. When they're learning to read, let them read things they want to read, things that inspire them and make them happy.
At the first point of our objective is to begin to read.
Sure.
Once they start reading it, you don't have to worry about it. They will choose. They will keep doing the habit.
Yeah.
Just make it a habit. At least 10 minutes per day, it helps.
Absolutely.
And then that will be increasing.
It's a storytelling machine. That's that's like as soon as you learn to read and use it, you know how to work the storytelling machine.
and the best of the thing, because the privileges they get for just reading it.
Yeah.
It's not just the items that we give, the prices that we provided, like in the summer reading that we're getting ready for that. We provided like some items that to trade for what they've been reading.
Okay.
And this occasion, this is not going to be the exception. For the carnival, we're going to give some courtesy to our children. We have a free kids meal.
Oh.
And it's going to be provided by Texas Roadhouse.
All right. So thank you to the fine folks at Texas Roadhouse for sponsoring and supporting this for us.
Yes, indeed. And that will be the only thing that you have to do is to ask us for this. It looks like a bookmark for tomorrow.
Which will work as a handy bookmark for you while you're reading your books.
Sure is. And we're going to just ask them to write 3 titles of the books they have read. I will sign it. Yeah. Once we sign it with Nikki, Megan, or Miss Enid, or myself,
one
Diana,
of the librarians,
Yes, that they can take that courtesy to their Texas Roadhouse.
Great. And get a free kids meal there for your child.
It will save you money, especially if you go out to eat or in a family.
Well, you can't, Texas Roadhouse is a very affordable place, but even still in this day and age, it's hard to get out a meal under, for even 2 people under $50.
And I'm sure you don't want to miss those delicious cinnamon rolls they have.
Oh yeah,
yes,
the rolls I really like the because I love their steaks, but they got really good like pork chops too. If you ever get, I know it's a steakhouse, but try their pork chops; they're pretty good too.
Well, next time I will try it. The last time I tried it was the salmon, which is good.
Well, the pork chops I enjoyed very much. But that being said, the kids read 3 books, and then they'll get a free kids meal, and they can get a burger or chicken fingers or whatever the kids are into. So
they will give it a list for what the kids are allowed.
It's probably off the kids menu there or whatever it is.
It might be.
Yeah.
But that will be just if you stop by the library and enjoy the moment that we're going to have for them. They're going to be able to take pictures around with the performance that we're going to have around there.
Okay.
And also we have 2 photo booths. This time, in this occasion, we have 2 different photo booths.
Okay.
And they're going to love it.
They're
going to love it. While they're taking the books, where the area where they're going to pick up their book, that's where it's going to be. We're going to have maps around there so they can interact, because we're going to have this event just for 10 to 12.
Yeah, it's a short,
So
kind of a 2-hour window here.
So try to be on time, because there's so many games. There are going to be like 7 different games.
Okay.
All have prizes.
So try to get there
Nice
closer to 10. That way you have time to do everything. But that being said, if you can't make it till 10:30 or 11, no biggie. Get on and we'll come out and
we still have games until 12. We still have the face painting until 12.
And the kids will get to take the books home too. And that's the important thing. We want to make sure those kids take that book home, I think. And
to celebrate
have their
and to
own book.
remember, especially to remember that to encourage our children to read.
Yeah.
Remember they read every day. And like Hispanics, they have this as a special celebration, Children's Day, on April 30.
Okay.
In this occasion, we want to give the honor our children. Let's have some time, spend some time with our littles. That stage is too short.
Absolutely.
That stage is so short. Why not let's wake up early and get ready. Let's go like a picnic day.
Yeah.
Go to the library, have fun, have food, have entertainment, and have some memories.
Absolutely.
That you can keep.
You know, it always makes me laugh as kids, we can't wait to get out of that stage. But in all honesty, stay in there as long as you can. It's the best time of your life when you're a kid. Enjoy it, savor it now.
I remember that.
Yeah.
And I regret it.
Yeah, right?
I want to go back.
Yeah, oh, we all
It
do.
is.
You know, life was
I
so
know.
much simpler back then. But
Because if you see, there's so much fun, so much
Sure.
things that they can enjoy.
Absolutely.
Like besides the carnival, we're already getting ready the calendar for the summer reading program.
we're believe it or not, we're just about a little over a month away from summer reading program here. That'll kick off here by June 1st, right?
Yes, June 1st, we're going to have the registration. We're going to have some prizes that day.
Okay.
That day, that
That'll
Monday.
be the kickoff day.
Yes, it's going to be the kickoff. And I'm going to give a clue word. Dinosaurs.
Ah.
Dinosaurs.
So
And
think
those
dinosaurs.
Yes.
Very good.
Yes, but going back, hopefully that everybody goes to our carnival. We're at the library.
Tomorrow.
And the best of this is like being at the carnival, being at the fair, but free.
Yeah.
Everything in the library, it's free.
Absolutely. And air conditioned.
Yes.
And wind free. And if you're a parent and you're tired of walking and everything, there's plenty of tables and things. You can go sit and read a book or watch a newspaper while the kids are doing a craft or something, if your feet get tired or whatever.
Sure it is. And take the opportunity to maybe to apply for if you don't have a library card.
Absolutely.
This is the moment to check out our calendar, because we have things more than just for the children. We have
Absolutely.
also for the all ages.
Oh,
for
absolutely.
adults. And they're
Workshops and classes and stuff too. I know, if you're into gardening, the master gardeners, that's just as much more for adults than for kids sometimes on those. And I know like chess clubs and the different. It's not all kid-centric. I mean, sure, there's plenty of family or kid-centric things, but for the adults, like there's book clubs. If you want to get involved in reading book clubs, there's for adults. They've got always a book club going for reading books, and of course. Different events, public lecture talks from time to time. So there's always stuff for adults there too.
Sure.
So get your
Especially
card.
The book club. Oh well, those ladies are having so much fun. I hear the giggling and they're talking about the books and they have appetizers. It's a good moment.
Nice.
An opportunity to be talking to each
Sure.
other and make some friends.
Sure.
as well.
Yeah, exactly. It's as much a social thing as it is a love of reading thing.
It is.
So.
Some people, they don't know that we also have what we call Senior Planet,
Okay.
and they learn about technology.
Okay.
Even I
So
work
it's a great
with
opportunity for
technology.
seniors to kind of like, I hear all these kids talking about Facebook or whatever it is. How do I work this stuff? And these classes offer that. Or if you're like, hey, I need to know, I got a smartphone now, and now I need to know how to work this thing.
Yes. There's a lot of things they learn inside the Senior Planet. I sometimes step inside because there are things I'm still
I'm about to say, yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I hate to say it, but as we get older, we're going to be needing that class more and more. And I would have thought when I was young, like you, that I was like, I'll never need these things. But now that I've gotten older, I'm like, oh man, I'm like out of touch. I don't know what this means.
We all need a website. An email.
Yeah.
It's part of it, like an ID. So
Yeah.
it requested it.
It got all complicated too quick on me. I was like, what happened? So, yeah.
Well, technology is keep advancing, and so we have to.
Absolutely. So, but please, adults. And then, of course, there is the whole online experience, too. If you have a library card in good standing, if you want to download audiobooks or periodicals, or if you want to access tutoring for your children, or if you're a college student, or if you want to access music and movies and things, there's a whole online, like you can go to the city's website and there's a link to the library, and then you can go and like say you got a road trip coming up and you want to download an audiobook for the road trip. boom, you could do that. Not technically go to the library to do that.
And the museum pass.
Yeah,
you can
and
take
you
the
can.
museum pass.
Yeah, and then now the museum pass you got to come visit the library for. But they, thanks to the New Mexico Department of Tourism, they got a pass that gets up to six people into about 15 or 20 different museums or historical or natural landmarks around the state. For instance, the Space Museum in Alamogordo is on that list. The Lincoln, the courthouse, and all that's on the list.
There are two there.
Yeah.
There are two. Ruidoso there has two.
Yeah.
Santa Fe has two or three.
Yeah.
Albuquerque has two.
Like I think the I believe the Nuclear Museum in Albuquerque's on there.
I'm not sure the name of it, but I will look
Yeah,
at it.
it's the one where they talk about the Oppenheimer stuff and all that. And
but it's a good opportunity. Maybe if you're going out of town for the weekend, ask us.
But it gets you in for free. Like I just know this. Like if you go to say Lincoln, I think to experience the courthouse and all that, they charge about $15 a person. You get 6 people. That's a lot of money. You just got that for free, So that's
imagine just going out for the weekend and saving more like $50.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just saying it's a meal. It's a cost. Save the cost of that, and
they learn. The best of it, they learn at the same time.
Absolutely, it's cool. And now the stipulation is you can only check it out for 7 days, and you have to return it. You cannot renew it. So if you might want to check it out right before you go on your trip. That way you've got enough time, and then you can return it when you get back from your trip. Good news is, even though you can't renew it and it's first come, first serve, they have plenty of them. So rarely do they run out of them. So, but there's, and if you get to go to the library and ask, and then you can see the list of all the different locations around the state. If you're traveling anywhere in the state, whether it's north, south, east, or west, there's probably something on that list that you can go visit or check out. So.
The best thing is to stop at the library.
Yeah.
Once you ask us for a library card, for the information, for the calendar, there's more things that unfortunately, we can put everything on their calendar.
Yeah.
But
it's too much.
But just walk around, look around, and ask us.
Absolutely.
Ask us because we have a lot of things that some people, they don't know. We have for instance, we have a binder. We have some kind of forms for, like, when you're leasing or you want to do a contract for a house. We have it there. We have like a little another binder that is a rotating binder. They can say once they enter to the library and they get some information, maybe to publish something, to get information about other apps that we have.
Like if you're trying to start a business or cart your thing, there's a lot of resources the library can help you navigate through some of those obstacles there. Like even in the makerspace stuff. I mean, if you want to create inventions and things, there's an opportunity for you to get and use some of the equipment there at the library to help you do that. 3D printers, things like that. Yeah.
It's a good opportunity to learn how to use those kind of equipment.
Yeah.
It's free.
Absolutely.
Also the training.
You got
the
a card. As long as you got a card, it's free.
If you
no
have
card,
a library card,
no opportunity. You can watch.
For instance, I mean, what about if you want to start a business using a Cricut,
Absolutely.
but you don't know how to use it?
Sure.
This is a good opportunity to learn. And
Absolutely.
if you like it, if you enjoy it, then you
invest the time and the money, and but find out if it's your thing first. Absolutely. And learn to love it or hate it at the library before you invest the money into doing it.
Exactly.
So, but yes, the library's all available to you free of charge as long as you get that card and turn your books in on time. So.
Sure. But going back with the carnival.
Yeah, join us tomorrow.
Join us tomorrow. It's going to be from 10 to 12.
Yes.
And as I said before, we're going to have games. It's going to be easy games, but they're going to love it. They're going to come. And there's some challenges as well. We have also the scavenger hunt as a part of it.
Yeah.
And they might see a tiger around there. They're going to try to find a tiger.
Few carnival animals may be making an appearance.
A lion.
You never know.
Gorilla. Well, just look around and you will find it.
Well, as long as he doesn't get his hair in my nachos, I'm good.
Okay, that would see. And the reason of this is just for children. We
Absolutely.
want to give a
celebrating
moment.
children, celebrating the books, and we want to celebrate the kids and their books and letting them get their chance to give them their key to the world through reading.
Sure,
So.
and we're trying to hope that we have enough supplies for everyone, but just be on time, enjoy everything that we have, and don't forget to ask us for our
bookmark to get a free meal, kids meal. Like I said, all you got to do is you get the bookmark and then read 3 books, get one of the library staff to sign it, And then you're on your way to a free meal for the kids over at Texas Roadhouse there. So big thank you to them for participating. They're always doing stuff for the community, so really appreciate that.
Yes,
So.
and this it wouldn't be possible because of like the Roswell Public Foundation, Friends of the Library, and overall community that keeps on.
Absolutely. Before we go, we'll do a quick plug for the Friends of the Library. They are a nonprofit organization. They run the Books Again bookstore, and how that works is that bookstore is that they accept donations of people donating books. Sometimes it is books from the library that are no longer either they got too many copies of or just whatever reason they don't need them in the library anymore. And so they'll bring them over to the Books Again bookstore, and they'll sell those books, and then all that money goes back to programs at the library. So events like the summer reading program, events like this carnival this weekend, those kind of get taken care of thanks to the Friends of the Library. So,
and don't forget that that ends on the 5, like the 5th, 5th, and 25th. They give you that big sale that everything that fits in the bag.
The book sale,
is for $5.
So basically, they give you a sack, and whatever books you can get in that sack, you can take home for $5.
That would be a good opportunity that soon after the program, soon after they finish the event, stop by.
Absolutely. I'm saying you get their first book at the carnival, and then go and get the rest of the library for them for $5 at the bookstore, because especially for kids, you could get a whole library of books in one of those bags because they're kind of thin, like Dr. Seuss books and the kids' books. They're, you could literally get 20 or 30 of them in a I don't know, a foot maybe there or whatever. You get a lot in there. But for adults too,
you're trying to find a way, and as you see, but it's worth it.
Absolutely. And another quick note is check back during the holidays, because like when they get donations and things, but right around the holidays, Christmas and that time of year, they'll save stuff that's brand new, like coffee table books, things that are brand new, and then offer those up to sell for Christmas gifts. Obviously, a lot of people don't want to give used books as Christmas gifts, but these are books that were brand new, generally. Like, especially like coffee table books that if you ever buy a coffee table book brand new, they're like $100 or whatever it is. You can get these for like a third of that price. And again, it all goes back to the library. So it's a good
I would think for the ones that we love to read, actually, we don't mind if it's used the book. We usually trade books.
Sure.
We like to go in town and see those thrift stores that they have those special books. You find something that it might surprise.
I just know if I gave my wife a used book she might be a little mad at me. I was like, can you get the new version at least cheapo? I don't know, maybe. But
some readers they don't mind. Like if there's a particular author that is hard to find the book they just publish it, and you find it in some of those places. You just wanted to keep
I just don't want it to make it look like my wife thought I forgot about Christmas and the last minute pulled a book off the bookshelf and said, "Merry Christmas, dear."
Give it a book and take out to eat.
It's more guys get worried that we're going to look like we botched it. But
but I mean, you can take her to the library and see what we have.
There we go. I'd be like,
you have an idea of what books that you might want to buy for Christmas.
Absolutely.
And as I say, don't hesitate to stop and ask us anything that you want to know, and take this opportunity to take your children. If you don't have children, tell your neighbor.
Absolutely.
Spread the word that this is a good opportunity to learn about what we have at the library, and also to make some time for our children in our community.
Absolutely.
They need some more places where to go, where to have entertainment for free. This is the best thing.
It's literally one of the greatest places where your kid can go and have the entire world for them, and they could, even like after school, as a place. All right, I'll meet you at the library. We'll pick you up after school, and then go to the library for an hour, do their homework, or literally start a project or do something there. So very good.
We don't have at this moment like tutors, but let me tell you, I have a young patron. The little kid goes there and do homework, and sometimes he stops at my desk. He asks me about his homework. And
it's a nice quiet place for him to sit down and work and things. And
it's getting more like in a family. I see the frequent little kids around there. They feel so familiar. They even ask me for things that they know I have in there, and
it's
I
like
let them use it for
the old
homework.
TV show Cheers. Now it's a library instead of a bar, but like you walk in, everyone's like, "Hey, Diana," as everyone knows everybody's name, kind of thing. So,
I wish I can say it. They see me like an aunt, but I guess they see me as a grandma. But they're around there, and they ask us for questions they have from school. But as they say, don't hesitate. Stop at the library tomorrow, Saturday, from 10 to 12.
Absolutely.
We are 301 North Pennsylvania.
Come ready for fun.
And
come for nachos, come for face painting, come for fun, come get a book, and come learn all about the fun opportunities that are ahead for you at the library there. So thank you as always, Diana. Have a great
My
weekend.
pleasure.
We'll see you get some rest up because tomorrow you got a busy day. It's a 2-hour window, but they're going to come hard in the paint, running fast and furious. So it'll be a fast and furious 2 hours, but a lot of fun.
Night.
So
They will have surprises.
Yeah, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Great, thank you. It is 8:49. Let us pause for news and weather and commercials to pay for lunch. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
With SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason in Washington. President Trump is insisting he will not be rushed into prematurely ending the Iran war, suggesting he is in it to finish the job. Mr. Trump says Israel and Lebanon have agreed to extend a ceasefire between Israel and Hezbollah by 3 weeks after talks at the White House. The president says a meeting of the Israeli and Lebanese ambassadors, the second in the past week, went very well. An American soldier is accused of taking a gamble, one that could cost him much more than he won. He allegedly used classified information about the Venezuela mission to win more than $400,000 in an online betting market. Powerful storms have once again pounded the plains, with destructive tornadoes and damaging hail reported across parts of Oklahoma and Kansas, and forecasters warn of the possibility of more severe weather into the weekend. More details, srnnews.com.
Now, time for another Otis Advisory.
Maybe, just maybe, you're thinking about hiring little Johnny from the local high school or someone like him and see if they want to come work at your store and sell tube socks. Well, that's cute and all, but here's some things you need to know. First, don't expect too much because little Johnny can't read and he damn sure can't add. But to be fair, neither can any of the other graduates after their 16 years of what you used to call school. Oh, Uncle Otis, you ask. What do you mean little Johnny can't read or add? How can that be? Didn't they get a diploma signed by Governor Soros? Well, have you ever seen the governor add up anything? No. Then how the hell would he know? Look, there's a good reason why school has become base camp for stupid. But it's not the kids' fault since there are no more wrong answers. It's a miracle. Kids spend all day on junk culture about white on rice and psychobabble about global warming and self-driving cars. Then they get to worry about how to get home tonight without being killed or which bathroom to use. You'd be all bollocksed up too. But yes, little Johnny would love to come work at your store. And thanks for asking. As long as you're paying $42 an hour, he can do that much math. Same as the governor. This is your Uncle Otis. And remember, we do this pro bono, so it's all free. I'll see you at the Peace March.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Pretty warm today, upper 80s, lots of sunshine, and it might be a little bit breezy. Wind at 15 to 25 miles an hour. Overnight, a few clouds, low to mid 50s, and another warm one coming up on Saturday. It'll be sunny with upper 80s. Some clouds on Saturday night. The wind will pick up on Sunday. Upper 80s on the high, sunny and very gusty. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
All across America, this is the Red Apple Audio Network's Market Report, sponsored by Abacus Global Management.
Good morning, I'm John Terrett. After the closing bell last night, the chipmaker Intel turned in a strong set of earnings and the stock was up by about 12%. Before the closing bell, renewed tensions in the Middle East meant markets and most sectors were in the red on Thursday. Dow and the S&P were down by about 0.4%, the Nasdaq by 0.9%, and oil was up. Brent at $105, WTI $96 a barrel. Meta Platforms is laying off 10% of its workforce, or 11,000 positions. It's an efficiency drive designed to offset spending on AI technology. Meta down 2.3% last night. Microsoft plans to offer its first ever voluntary employee buyout, covering up to 7% of salary. This also balances spending on AI. Microsoft stock down 4%. American Airlines is lowering its 2026 guidance, just like United did a couple of days ago. American stock up 2.4%. And American Express plans to increase its marketing spending. It also warns that fewer customers are spending on air travel. Amex stock down by about 4%. And marijuana is being declassified from a Schedule 1 drug like heroin to a Schedule 3 drug like Tylenol with codeine. Stock in marijuana companies like Tilray, Curaleaf, and Green Thumb lost their buzz last night, though, despite that decision. With business, I'm John Terrett.
This is the Red Apple Audio Network's Market Report, sponsored by Abacus Global Management.
What if the future of finance wasn't built around averages, but around you? At Abacus Global Management, we're reshaping financial planning around the most personal data point, your lifespan. But it's more than just insight, it's control. As a technology-driven asset manager, we're empowering investors with an integrated system to take command of your time, your future, your financial destiny. This is a new era of investing. Take control at abacusgm.com.
Hey, take me out of my old trade. Take me out of my ride.
Hey, Roswell, spring out of your old car, truck, or SUV today and hop into a new Ford or quality pre-owned vehicle with massive savings during the Spring Out Sales event at Roswell Ford. Are you still making payments on your current vehicle and want out early? Your friends at Roswell Ford need your trade today, so we're willing to overpay even if you owe up to $10,000 more than your trade is worth. We'll do whatever it takes to help you escape so you can upgrade to a new Ford or quality pre-owned vehicle. Worried about your credit? Don't sweat it. Roswell Ford has partnered with more aggressive lenders that will push to approve your credit with great rates and terms, even if it's less than perfect. Lower prices, exceptional trade-in values, and a better buying experience. Get on board at Roswell Ford, 821 North Main Street in beautiful Roswell. Call 575-623-3673 or online at roswellford.com. Interest accrues from date of sale with approved credit. Subject to lender approval. Offers not combined.
When you or a loved one need medical transport, Trans-Aero answers the call. Trans-Aero Medevac operates 3 rotorcraft bases and 1 fixed-wing base in southeastern New Mexico, allowing them to respond quickly to emergencies across diverse terrains. Their fleet extends coverage deep into New Mexico and West Texas, including Artesia, Carlsbad, Roswell, Ruidoso, Midland, Lubbock, and the surrounding areas. Ready to answer the call when every second counts. Trans-Aero Medevac, proudly serving southeastern New Mexico and West Texas. Flown for free, thanks to the partnership from the City of Artesia and Trans-Aero Medevac. Life support by air.
If you want to install a new roof, you can do it the cheap way or you can do it the right way. Jennifer here from Trustmark Roofing, and one of our customers recently found this out the hard way. He was going to hire us to re-roof his roof, but he found someone to do the job for $2,000 cheaper. Half a year later, this customer called us to re-inspect his brand new roof. Turns out this contractor was not a contractor at all. He had no license and no insurance. The roof was installed incorrectly and never had been passed by the city inspector. We had to re-roof his brand new roof, tear off the shingles and start from scratch. It was the most expensive $2,000 anyone has ever saved. If you need a roof installed the right way, you can trust who your neighbors trust. You can trust Trustmark Roofing for no obligation to the penny quote on your roof transformation. Call 575-755-ROOF. That's 575-755-7663.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
At one point, Jewish leaders accused Jesus of interacting with sinners. So Jesus told them this story. Suppose one of you has 100 sheep and loses one of them. Doesn't he leave the 99 in the open country and go after the lost sheep until he finds it? And when he finds it, he joyfully puts it on his shoulders and goes home. Then he calls his friends and neighbors together and says, "Rejoice with me, for I've found my lost sheep." I tell you, in the same way, there will be more rejoicing in heaven over one sinner who repents than over 99 righteous people who do not need to repent. Okay, that story just doesn't make sense. Who would leave 99 to save one? Now, the answer is simple. Jesus would. Jesus loves and cares for all people, not just the religious. He loves the sinner, the fallen, the hurt, and the damaged. The Apostle Paul states, God wants all people to be saved and to come to a knowledge of the truth. No matter how lost you may feel, Jesus is searching for you to be with him, just like that lost sheep.
Join us at the Country Club Road Church of Christ for worship at 10 a.m. on Sunday, located on the corner of Country Club and Washington in Roswell.
This is Melanie from Glenn's Furniture. After a long day, the world finally slows down. Sink into a power recliner that knows exactly what you need. Smooth, effortless motion, plush support that melts away the stress in a moment that is just yours. Because you've earned more than just a seat. You've earned a place to unwind. You deserve to come home to comfort. Come down to Glenn's on Union in Alameda, where we've been providing comfort and free delivery since 1953.
Exciting news for Southeast New Mexico. The Advanced Heart and Vascular Center of New Mexico in Carlsbad, home to Dr. Amanda Ryan's trusted cardiology care for over 13 years, is now part of Current Clinic. That means world-class electrophysiology services right here in Southeast New Mexico. No more 3-hour drives to see a specialist. Current Clinic is bringing advanced, life-changing treatment for atrial fibrillation, AFib, and other heart rhythm disorders close to home. Early intervention for AFib can dramatically lower your risk of stroke, and our goal is to help our community understand just how important that is. You and your loved ones deserve comprehensive, cutting-edge heart care without leaving town. If you're experiencing an irregular heartbeat or AFib symptoms, expert care is now available locally. Visit currentclinic.com today to learn more and schedule your consultation. Current Clinic, easy access to comprehensive AFib care right here in Southeast New Mexico.
Feeling underwater? Van Man and the J Squad at Roswell Nissan are ready to pull you out of the sea of fees and into your next new or pre-owned vehicle. With rates as low as 1.9% and payments as low as $199 a month, plus as little as $1 down on a brand new vehicle. And we're talking rock bottom, under the sea prices. And 100% credit approval is the goal. Drive in now and get more for your trade than anywhere else. The Underwater Trade Payoff Event, on now at Roswell Nissan, 2111 West 2nd.
And the annual White House Correspondents' Center venturing into what some observers suggest may be unfriendly political territory. At the same time, across town, at the Museum of the Bible, a national scripture reading called America Reads the Bible will culminate. U.S. House Speaker Mike Johnson says week-long event highlights our founding fathers' belief in God.
We kicked it off last Saturday night at a big event with so many of our friends and celebrities and some of the great evangelists and pastors and clergy from across the country. Look, I think it's symbolic and important that we do it on the 250th anniversary of the nation because it's, in my view, this is how it all began, of course.
One of the scripture readers on the final evening tomorrow will be Salem Media CEO David Santrella. Speaker Johnson's full interview will be heard when the news program This Week on Capitol Hill is broadcast beginning at 10 a.m. Eastern Time tomorrow on the Salem News Channel. Secretary of War Hegseth says it's up to Iran. He says Tehran has a chance to make a good deal, a wise deal with the U.S., an agreement that would bring peace, an end to the war.
Operation Epic Fury has been laser focused from the very start, as I've said to all of you. Clear mission objectives, and ultimately Iran will not have a nuclear weapon.
Hegseth says the U.S. blockade of Iranian ports remains in full effect. 34 ships have been turned around in the Strait of Hormuz so far. The Justice Department has ended its investigation of outgoing Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell, clearing a major roadblock to the confirmation of Fed Chair nominee Kevin Warsh. Two parts of the country struggling to cope with natural disasters, tornadoes and destructive hail in the plains, devastating wildfires in the southeast, South Georgia specifically. On Wall Street, the Dow down 146 points, NASDAQ up 242. More on these stories, townhall.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's
Everybody
$5,000,
wants
$50,000,
cheap airfare, but where do you find it? You call low-cost airlines. Their prices are direct from the airlines, and they're so low you can't find these fares published anywhere. They specialize in cheap flights, discount hotel rooms, cheap car rental rates, and great package deals anywhere around the world. Wherever you want to go, they can help you get there cheaply and with a best price guarantee. If you want the lowest prices on your airline tickets or other travel services, call now. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the cheapest airfare and hotel rates available. So don't wait. Call right now for the lowest travel prices anywhere and for great last-minute travel deals too.
Call 866-755-5300. That's 866-755-5300. Again, that's 866-755-5300. Call us right now.
and less than a month before a much-anticipated visit by President Donald Trump to Beijing. The China Wildlife Conservation Association says male panda Ping Ping and female panda Fu Shuang from the Chengdu research base of giant panda breeding will kick off a decade-long conservation cooperation under an agreement it signed with the zoo last year. The association didn't specify the departure date, but said the US side was actively carrying out facility upgrades to create a more comfortable and safer environment for the pair. I'm Charles de Ledesma.
The EU has approved a $106 billion loan package for Ukraine. The decision came after Russian oil began flowing again to Hungary and Slovakia through a key pipeline. News and analysis, townhall.com. Everything old is new again.
WK Kellogg Company said on Thursday it's including toys with some of its cereals for the first time in more than a decade. Starting April 26th, special edition boxes of Frosted Flakes, Fruit Loops, Apple Jacks, and Corn Pops will have plastic toys shaped like characters from Disney and Pixar's Toy Story 5. The movie's scheduled to hit theaters in June. Plastic toys used to be a mainstay in cereal boxes, but they've gradually disappeared as manufacturers tried to cut costs and consumers worried about choking and other hazards. Keith Peters reporting.
In the latest round of tech industry job cuts, Meta laying off about 8,000 workers. Microsoft is offering buyouts to a similar number. Meta confirms it plans to cut about 10% of its workforce in an effort to invest in other parts of its business and for greater efficiency, first reported by Bloomberg. More on these stories, townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travel listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 9 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 3. Mornings with Mike Winters, right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Friday, everybody.
Welcome. Willkommen.
Finally made it this Friday.
Yes, we did. Yes, we do.
We happy about that?
Yes, we be.
Yeah. Hey, don't forget tomorrow.
Oh, I try not to.
Tomorrow's Saturday.
Yes, it is.
But get up early. You're invited to the Chaves County Sheriff's Posse Equine Clubs as they celebrate America's 250. They're going to be, having a pancake breakfast tomorrow morning. It's going to be at their facility there, 1403 East O. And they're going to have breakfast at 7, and then they've got books are open for the event for registration from 9 until 10:30, and then their event begins at 11. So join them as they celebrate and honor law enforcement this Saturday, tomorrow, starting at 7 a.m. with pancake breakfast. Nice. 1403 East O.
Yes.
Hang out with the Chaves County Sheriff's Posse Equine Club.
Here's what you do. You go and you get your breakfast, you get your pancakes, the Equine Club. You stay for the festivities around, 30, 45 minutes or so. Around 11:45, you head out from there. Head on down Main Street to 2nd. Take a left on 2nd. Head down 2nd. You're going to be driving westbound on 2nd Street until you see Roswell Honda. And you're going to see the big blue brand wagon at Roswell Honda, where you should stop by because we're doing our Deals for Wheels event And we're giving you a chance to win some pretty cool prizes, too.
Yeah, they're giving away
tabletop grill set and then a 4-burner grill gas grill set. Which, I'm going to be honest with you, I mean, just based on my personal use case needs, kind of wouldn't mind having the tabletop over the 4-burner.
They're, to be honest, I think they almost replace your grill.
Well, they're handy as all get out, but for a camping situation or scenario, or even just like a picnic scenario.
Well, you can cook like eggs, pancakes, all kinds of. It's breakfast friendly.
It's you know what,
like a standard grill is not as breakfast friendly as a flat top grill.
You know what it feels like though, if you ever get a chance to go to like one of those like Japanese buffets where they bring you like the strips of like the Wagyu and the meat, and then you take it with your chopsticks and you lay it on your own personal grill. You got your Benchuchan charcoal down here. I mean, it's not that, but it's like a redneckized version of that.
Sure.
You can make bacon and eggs on your tabletop grill.
Biscuits and gravy.
That's right. Drawing at 1 o'clock. We're going to be doing that straight 1 o'clock. Must be present to win, 18 years of age or older, 1 entry for stopping by, 3 entries with a qualified test driver service, and 5 with a vehicle purchase.
So get her done today and tomorrow, and then be there at 1 for the drawing.
Yes, sir. That's a full day.
Is Thomas on the hot dogs and all that?
I believe we're going to have hot dogs and ice cold Pepsi products for you as well. So come on out.
T-Dog.
Should be good, yes.
Yeah, it'll be fun. So that'll be at tomorrow, and to be there at 1 o'clock for the drawing. Because if you're not, and then they call your name, then Sean gets your grill.
That's right. It's mine's. That's not how that works.
Dibs. He goes and licks it.
Yeah.
Hey, programming note. I got a text a few minutes ago from Doug Turner, gubernatorial candidate. Unfortunately, they're about 40 minutes out. They got tied up in traffic and stuff, so he's probably going to make it here till about 10 o'clock.
Right.
So I'm going to interview him after the show, and then we'll run it on Monday.
There you go.
And so tune in probably, I'm thinking, I haven't looked at my calendar, but probably 7 o'clock Monday morning we'll play that interview. But so our interview with Doug Turner, I'm going to have here off air at 10 o'clock, and then we'll play it for you on Monday. But unfortunately, I think there's some construction or anything. He said it was about 40, 50 minutes out about 10 minutes ago. So we'll see him here at 10 o'clock. So what we're going to do is on the 20th, we had Don Well join us from the Alzheimer's Association talking about their resources and the walk to end Alzheimer's. So we'll play that interview in its place here. And then, like I said, we'll have Doug's interview for you Monday morning, hot off the presses there. So
yeah. Well, it'll cooled off over the weekend.
Sure.
But then again, you want the best steaks have time to rest.
That's true.
You got to give it that time to
age,
to get those flavors all worked into the sinews of the meat.
Before you cut it.
A lot of grill talk this morning.
That's right. I guess we're hungry. Can they give the people some meat for Pete's sake? All right, it is 11 minutes after 9. Let's go ahead and get you up to date on the weather. I wish I had better news, but there's going to be wind and stuff. Sorry about that.
It's not your fault, man.
Weather this hour brought to you by Southwest Bearing under new ownership. Custom solutions for your heavy equipment. Hydraulic hoses, hose repair, bearings, seals, sprockets, belts, tools, fluids, and fittings.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Pretty warm today, upper 80s, lots of sunshine, and it might be a little bit breezy, wind at 15 to 25 miles an hour. Overnight, a few clouds, low to mid 50s, and another warm one coming up on Saturday. It'll be sunny with upper 80s. Some clouds on Saturday night. The wind will pick up on Sunday. Upper 80s on the high, sunny and very gusty. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 72 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 11%. You know, they haven't issued any fire watches or warnings or anything, but it's a little breezy and it's 11% humidity. All I'm saying is be smart. It's dry out there. Looking at winds currently out of the northwest at 14 miles per hour. Sunny and 87 for a high today. Winds will be out of the north 5 to 10 this morning, but winds will pick up out of the southwest 10 to 15 for this afternoon. Partly cloudy tonight, overnight low of 52. Southwest winds 15 to 20. Those winds will drop down 5 to 10 after midnight tonight. Saturday, not too bad. Partly cloudy, warm, 89 for a high. Winds breezy out of the southwest 5 to 10 early, 15 to 20 for Saturday afternoon. Sunday, it gets downright windy.
Patchy blowing dust for the afternoon. Sunny with highs near 90, but winds will be out of the southwest 5 to 15 early, but increasing for the afternoon 25 to 30. Could see wind gusts as high as 45 miles per hour. Monday, sunny and 86. Tuesday, mostly sunny, 89. They do say by Wednesday night, Thursday next week, could see a few rain chances. We'll see. Don't hold your breath, though. All right. It is 14 minutes after 9 o'clock. We're going to take a commercial break here. And then on the other side of the break, like I said, we'll play that interview with Don Weld from the Alzheimer's Association, talking about their organization and, of course, Walk to End Alzheimer's. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Attention, attention. They've done it again. For 3 years in a row, Roswell Hyundai is the #1 used car supercenter in New Mexico. Whether you're in the market for a large truck, a super high-end luxury vehicle, or an affordable car for first-time buyers, the Roswell Hyundai Used Car Supercenter has one that fits your needs and your budget. So if you're looking for the best deal on your next vehicle, head for the #1 Used Car Supercenter in southeastern New Mexico 3 years straight. Roswell Hyundai, 1909 West 2nd. Step back in time and experience the medieval magic of the Lincoln Forest Renaissance Fair by Oso Productions. Friday through Sunday, May 15th through the 17th at Wingfield Park in Ruidoso. From medieval combat competitions to traditional crafts, there's something for everyone. A diverse selection of artisans selling handcrafted goods, Renaissance attire, jewelry, swords, and more. Join in the movement Friday 4 to 8, Saturday 10 to 8, Sunday 10 to 5. Tickets online at LincolnForestRenFair.com. The Lincoln Forest Renaissance Fair by Oso Productions, the Village of Ruidoso, and the Lincoln County Lodgers Tax.
Our lives run on energy every day. And every day, your friends and neighbors at New Mexico Gas Company safely deliver reliable, affordable, essential energy to New Mexicans. The kind of energy that brings families together, that surrounds us in comfort. The energy that warms homes and hearts. We're New Mexico Gas Company, and every day we deliver the energy that's behind some of the warmest moments in your life. That's why we're here.
Picture this. You're behind the wheel of a John Deere compact tractor. You're effortlessly breaking ground, moving piles of rocks just by moving a lever, and enjoying the sun as you clear brush across your pasture. We could keep trying to put you in the moment, but to really understand what this feels like, you just have to get in the seat.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia and Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
Got wheels? Get deals. The Deals for Wheels event is on now at Roswell Honda. Right now, trade in anything with wheels and get up to $3,000 towards your next new Honda. We're talking cars, trucks, ATVs, bicycles, motorcycles, scooters, even golf carts. While you're here, register to win an outdoor bundle complete with tabletop grill or a premium bundle with a 5-burner grill. Get 1 ticket for stopping by, 3 with test driver service, and 5 with vehicle purchase. Drawing April 25th at 1 p.m. sharp. Deals for Wheels on now at Roswell Honda, 2177 West 2nd.
If Ernest Hemingway was alive today, would he say this to you?
Shakespeare, Mark Twain, Edgar Allan Poe, all great writers. And after reading your book, I simply must add you to the list.
Wait, you don't have a book yet. So make a free call to Page Publishing. Turn your book idea into publishing gold.
800-215-6818. 800-215-6818. That's 800-215-6818.
Spring cleaning isn't just for your house, it's for your life. If your job is getting old, it's time to clear the clutter and spring into IT. Go to My Computer Career.
My Computer Career helped me get the skills and certifications I needed to start a new life as an IT professional in months, not years.
Earn the certifications that top employers are looking for right now. Visit mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation to see if it's time to spring into IT. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
It's Mornings with Mike Winters. He's portly, short, balding, short-sighted, and long-winded. Sorry, ladies, he's taken. Here's Mike Winters.
This morning. Don Weld back with us today, representing the Alzheimer's Association here. Good morning, Don.
How you doing, Mike?
Doing good. How's life in your world?
I got my purple on.
Yes, we're in purple
but it's not the Alzheimer's purple. It's Egypt purple.
Oh, well, for today it's going to be Alzheimer's purple.
Yes, this is for Alzheimer's. That's just my cartouche that has my name. So
ignore the Egyptian hieroglyphics on here. Well, you know what? we'll pretend today that says Alzheimer's.
There you go. That's right, yeah.
It just says Don.
I can't read those things anyway, so you might as well say Alzheimer's.
So if you look at it upside down and it says Don, if you look at the wrong way, does it say nod?
It might be that.
Just checking. I didn't know.
Might be. I never thought about that.
But for folks not familiar, the Alzheimer's Association, obviously, nationally, internationally, they're the ones that are, raising the money, trying to beat this disease and find a cure and have our first person actually get reversing effects and things. And so that's kind of the big thing. But really, when we're not having walks, we're not having the trying to raise the money side. It is a support group to help families,
That's right.
to help folks dealing, not only the actual patient itself, but the family members involved. Because obviously, when it comes to dementia-related illnesses like Alzheimer's and things, 9 times out of 10, the family is put through the ringer much harder than sometimes the actual patient themselves.
The patients don't really. They get to a point to where they don't even know that there's something.
They're
wrong.
not really. They're not understanding what's going on.
Right. And so it's the caregivers, whoever they are,
sure,
who get stressed out and
well, not just the physical exertion, but just depending on, obviously if it's a parent, you look at now, you're going from the person that took care of you to you taking care of them, and that always adds a difference.
That's a real trauma.
And certainly with a spouse, that's someone you've been partnered with for probably many years, or
20 and 30 years.
Yeah, at that point, their entire personality changes. They go from someone that you've known and loved for 20 years to a personality, depending on the type, that you don't recognize. Or the other part is maybe not a mean thing. They just don't remember.
Yeah.
And they went from the most important person in your life to you're like, I'm just a footnote and a guy who's changing your clothes right now or whatever,
Yeah.
And so that's a whole nother mental side. And so that's where the Alzheimer's Association really, can help families and things kind of cope with what's next kind of thing.
That's a big part about Alzheimer's. The shorter term memories, gone.
Yeah.
They will sometimes remember 20, 30, 40 years before.
Sure.
And they think it's today.
Modern, yeah.
Yeah.
And it could be even stuff where they're a teenager or something, and they're thinking they're a teenager, but
they're not. Yeah.
It's 2026, and they're still thinking they're a teenager.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it's really weird, and that makes it even harder on the caregiver.
Sure.
Because sometimes you don't recognize what it is they're seeing.
Well, and this is curiosity. Does the mentality change to that younger version of themselves?
That's right.
They as we get older, we evolve in our thinking and how we approach things. And something that, as a teenager, we throw caution to the wind and jump and do.
Yeah.
As an older person, we say, that's not smart. So does their brain really think they're an 18 again and they're like, I'm going to jump off the cliff, or I'm going to do the dumb thing that I would have done as a teenager?
They do.
That's the part
they revert back to that.
That's crazy.
Usually that's just a temporary case.
Sure.
But for short periods of time, they will revert back to that, and they'll do all kinds of crazy
And I'm
things.
going to take a guess. Internally, they're probably very happy.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I'm feeling like I'm 20 again, or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're probably
I'm
in
ready
that
to go.
mindset.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
let's go out and drink tonight.
Yeah,
or go dancing or go party.
Exactly.
Or,
I never thought in that term there. But yeah, I guess that's what happens.
Because they revert back to that.
Basically the brain did a reset, and it's 1972 or whatever that is in their head all of a sudden.
That's right.
Yeah, even though it's not. That's interesting. But again, that's the kind of stuff the Alzheimer's, when families have to deal with those things or preparing for what's next. But the beauty of what's been going on is, literally a family, if it's caught in the kind of more earlier stages, a family that's diagnosed with one of these, with Alzheimer's, dementia, one of these type of diseases, they, thanks to medicine, thanks to the Alzheimer's, and thanks to this, you could live 20 plus years living a relatively normal life before you start seeing the real debilitating side of this disease.
Right.
That being said, I'd like to feel like if you're getting this diagnosis today, you're going to be of the group that's holding the white flower, which is the first when we do the walk here in November. the white flower signifies the person that's been cured of
recovers
Alzheimer's.
from it.
Now,
Yep.
we don't have one of those yet.
Nope.
But I would like to say someone that's getting a diagnosis here today is going to be part of the group.
Very
that gets those
possibly.
white flower.
Very
I feel like
possibly.
that's where we're at.
Yeah.
You
And
know?
there's been some tremendous leaps and bounds in the medicines that are available.
Sure.
To prolong.
Absolutely.
And maybe we found something that will actually cure it. We're not sure.
Start reversing damage done here a little bit. That's the win here. And at the end of the day, I'm gonna take a stab that once we kind of knock, it's gonna be like the polio thing where, we'll have a vaccination.
Yep.
And then polio will turn into Alzheimer's, or basically, I don't know if it's a child or whenever they deem that appropriate. You have this vaccination like you do your polio.
Yep.
And then next thing you know, last time you heard about polio, you're talking about FDR.
That's about right. That's about right.
And we're talking about Alzheimer's, about, remember that guy from the 70s that had her? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's going to be something like no one has anymore. And
Let's
that's what
hope so. We're looking for that.
So maybe, like, say, your grandkids might be, they don't know Alzheimer's or don't know the epidemic side of it. So.
Yeah.
But that being said, right now, if you're a family and you're just diagnosed and you're looking for support, there are resources here in town.
Mm-hmm.
But we also want to say that the walk is going to be happening here that November 1st weekend, that first weekend of November.
November 7th.
7th, I believe.
I think is the
it's
date.
It's usually that first Saturday in November, if I remember
Correct.
right. And it's on, and now is the time.
November 7th.
No, you nailed it.
Yep. I remembered.
That's right. Those. Hey.
I haven't reached that Alzheimer's point yet.
Well, and and to be honest, for folks like, and I don't care, family history or not, as you get older, doing puzzles, doing those things to exercise your
Keep
brain
it
are
going.
very important. Yeah, I know, like, there's all kinds of apps and stuff online you can do that, but seriously, if you're not even into the high tech, literally go to the Walgreens or wherever you buy your magazines. Go pick up a couple crossword things or word searches or whatever, and just keep doing those kinds of.
That's
those are
right.
very.
You can
good.
get them in the library. You can
Yeah.
sit there in the library and look at them and work on them too.
Okay,
Yep.
I didn't know if they faux pod you filling them out.
Well,
or-
they don't really like you to write in their books.
Yeah,
but-
like if you go check out the newspaper, don't fill out the crossword puzzle and
There you
let
go.
someone else read it. But definitely, do those kinds
something
of
to keep your brain exercised.
I notice even myself, I'm on my 50s, but I still I do. I play a lot of like these word scramble games. It's like this one game I have on my. Matter of fact, I don't even know if I can download the thing anymore, but it literally gives you like this 7 letters. And then if you put them together, make it big. But basically says you got 3 minutes. How many words can you make out of this 7 letters in 3 minutes? So I play those kind of games a lot. Just
those are neat.
Kind of sharpen the brain a little.
I play the Sudoku games a lot.
Yeah, I'm too dumb to play Sudoku. My wife does.
Well, I grew up with math.
Numbers. I'm like, I'm out. My wife loves Sudoku. I'm like, no, I'll stick to the words.
There you go. Yeah, see, I'm not real good on the Scrabble type.
Yeah, those I'm
I'm
much better at. That's more my jam.
I never was. So.
Like those crossword puzzles. Matter of fact, when I was a teenager, I would legit go and have as a hobby, because it's before computers and everything, I legit would go buy that little crossword puzzle books and I would fill them out and do them.
There you go.
And, there was a moment in time where I took a pen and a crossword to the can with me, and I do.
Yeah. There you go.
Now it's just a phone. But anyway,
something to keep you busy while you're doing your business.
Exactly. But that being said, with the walk to Alzheimer's here on November 7th,
right?
We are now in the part. If you go to the website, which we'll tell you here in a minute, you can now start registering your teams, or if you want to contribute to a team that's already set up, now is the time to do all that, because ideally November 7th is our fun day. That's the day we walk in. I mean, obviously there's going to be some sad, and so it's a lot.
Oh, sure.
But that's our day of celebration at the end of the day. The real work is raising the money up. We ideally would like to get each team to, donate $500 or more. We're not capping you here, but we'd like that. Ideally be a team of $500. That's kind of
the logic
idea,
there.
yeah.
But by all means, we would love to, the more the merrier. So, like a lot of times we'll get like an office or maybe some civic groups, and they'll have multiple teams.
Yep.
And they'll compete. It'll get little competition and all. And that's good. That's all friendly. But at the end of the day, that's what we're kind of doing right now, and we want to make it to the point where we're raising a bunch of money, hit our goals here. Because at the end of the day, this is how we end the Alzheimer. The funding, the support, it's
and it's really helping.
Yes, it is.
Really helping.
It's moving the needle.
Yep.
It is getting us that much closer.
And if you donate 100, you get a shirt.
Nice. Now yours won't have
Egyptian
hieroglyphics on it.
It'll be an Alzheimer's shirt.
It won't say Don in Egypt.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, or Alzheimer's.
Yeah, you won't say Alzheimer's on it.
Yeah. But no. But yes, you get the purple shirts, and then and of course, we would love to see families kind of come out if your family is currently battling or if you've battled.
Yep.
We would love to come and honor you and celebrate you. The traditional parts of the walk or that day will happen. The garden, the all those things are part of that.
They're there.
This year, you guys are back at Rustic K, or
yes, we're going to go back to Rustic K.
Yes.
That seemed to work out pretty good.
Yeah,
plenty of room and a nice walk area.
Yeah, and it's in the public, so it's got the visual. So
yep,
because ideally they've had a downtown and things, which is great visually. Because you get a bunch
of little dangerous.
Well, it's a lot of traffic there, and then you see a bunch of people driving by, and hey, why are those people in purple shirts walking around? And then we say, hey, well, come and ask me about my purple shirt.
Yeah,
Rustic K kind of is a compromise where yes, you still are visual, so people are like, what's going on over there with the guys in the purple?
Yep.
But you have less apt to have to dodge cars and stuff.
We did go out at Cielo Grande where the soccer players were.
Which got plenty of room.
But
it's out
of so soccer oriented at that time.
Yeah.
I mean, this is their big time.
They just thought you were a big soccer team.
Yeah.
A purple team. They got a lot of players.
Yeah.
They're slightly older than the average kid, but but there's a lot of them.
So it was kind of a mix there that didn't quite gel as well.
Plus, it's not like Cielo Grande is a destination.
Yeah.
Like you don't just pass by Cielo Grande. I mean, unless you live there, obviously. But
right.
But most people aren't just. Whereas downtown or Rustic K, you could. Be passing by, going somewhere else and see it and say, oh, what's going on there?
Yeah.
So it kind of...
And that's the idea.
Yeah, exactly. But that being said, we would love to get teams signed up or contribute to a team. Maybe like, well, I don't want to contribute, but I got some friends I'm going to donate to their team. That would be great, too. Like if you don't know nobody, Don said you can contribute to his team. His team's always taking donations there.
Just go on to alz.org.
Yeah.
And then look for Roswell Walk.
Yes.
And then you can... also search for my team, which is Photo Finish
good deal.
at the Roswell Walk, or just go to alz.org.
Okay.
And and tell them that you want to start a team for the Roswell Walk.
Okay. And then
there's a place on there that you can find
have a little application.
Yeah,
ask the team name,
fill
and
it out,
members and all that. Yeah, get the.
Right.
And then with that, I think once you sign up a team, they do send you like if they'll help you promote.
Noticing.
Yeah. So stuff if you say you want to share on your social medias and stuff. Hey, I'm raising money. Help me out here. They'll give you all the links to all the stuff.
When you start a team, you get a website.
Okay.
So you can send other people to your website.
That's kind of your page, your main page. To send out your invites
and you can send out invites. You can get all that information. You can
keep tabs on your
download
money raised. And all that.
I should have brought them with me. I just downloaded a full 8x10 sheet, which identifies me, and it has one of those little what do they call the square?
Oh, the little avatar or whatever it is.
Well, the one that you read and takes you.
Oh, the QR code.
QR code.
Yes,
Thank you.
Yes.
I can't remember that. It's getting there.
Well, in all fairness, that's newer technology.
Yeah, it is.
It's a crossword puzzle.
It's got a little QR code on it. It'll take you right to my website and things like. So you can do that for your own team.
Absolutely. Now, for folks, because I'm one of these people that's new on this, so please don't take this because I find this helpful too. But if you do have your phone, and to access that QR code, just go to your camera. Right. And then take your camera and center it on that QR code, and your phone will be smart enough to take you right to the website. So that it's that easy to use. If you're not familiar,
triggered that one right there.
I know some people don't know how the QR codes work, and if you see the little box with all the little black and white boxes in it, that's the QR code.
Yep.
And it's kind of like a barcode at the grocery store. It scans that, it takes it, but this basically uses your phone as a barcode scanner, and it'll take you right to the website directly to where you need to sign.
Works really nice.
Yeah. I know most people under 30 know all this, but some of us in our 50s and above, these technologies.
As we get older and older, this technology is all it's beyond us.
Like I literally, because I knew I had a QR code scanner on my phone and all that, but I'm just saying it was less than a year ago where I learned, I just use my phone to take that picture.
Too.
I thought I had to open up this QR scanner to do all that. I'm like, I don't even know where that is on the phone.
Yeah.
And so, just use your
camera.
phone. And my wife's like, no, just take a picture. I'm like, oh.
Gee, thanks. Okay. That makes it a whole lot simpler.
Yeah. So I learned too, not in the most recent future. So, but absolutely, this is now the time if you'd like to start signing your teams up. I would also say, too, if you want to get more involved as a volunteer, the Alzheimer's Association is always looking for more people to help with obviously the planning and the logistics of not only this event, but, the support side. If, there is the side if when people come out and say, hey, I'm new to town, looking for some doctors, or our family was just diagnosed, doctors help, but I'm looking for people that have gone through this, support groups, those types of things. We're always looking for volunteers to help on that side of things.
Yes, that's right. We are having a committee meeting, and we're always welcoming new people to come into the committee, too. Committee meeting is on April 30th. Is that right?
So that'll be next
Thursday.
That's right.
Next Thursday. Yeah, next Thursday. It'll be at Pasta Cafe.
All right.
5:30.
Carb up.
Yeah, carb up. Yeah.
Well, they just had they just celebrated their 50th there over at Pasta Cafe.
Did they?
Well, the whole Cattle Baron family is at different, but I believe they've been kind of doing like a party at each one. I believe they just had the one at Pasta Cafe like a week or two ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
I missed that.
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
My stomach was stank because I would have hurt myself if I would have gone there because I have no discipline. Pasta is absolutely bad for me, but I absolutely love it.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
And I'm like, I gotta behave. But
yeah.
That would have been a problem. I would have fell off that wagon.
I'm that way with Mexican food. I could eat Mexican food, but after a while, oh boy.
Well, I love pasta. I mean, seafood's my 1C growing up in Maryland, and of course, seafood pasta. So as long as I stick to just the seafood, I'm safe. Yeah. But when you start frying it and put it in all the other things, and then it's not so good for me. But in theory, the seafood's very healthy for me. It's what you do to it afterwards. But I love pasta. But as a diabetic, it is not my friend. So, but anyway, but come out on the 30th to the next meeting if you're interested in volunteering.
5:30.
If you're interested, even or if maybe your family looking for resources, come meet the folks and come by. And
talk
if you're new
to us,
to town, and come,
we'll get you set up.
Absolutely. Now, and here is the thing that I'm going to say 99% of the volunteers they're probably have worn your shoes at some point or wearing your shoes at that current time. Because I know for a fact there's a couple of your volunteers that are currently taking care of their loved ones doing this at the same time. So they're kind of experiencing it.
Our committee chairman is one of them. Her father is suffering with Alzheimer's, and she's involved with taking care of him.
They can all relate to what I guarantee the hardest thing you've gone through, somebody's seen it.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
There is a lot of strength, and there is sometimes when there's experience involved and people that have done it together, that's because there is an isolation. There is I imagine for you personally, and because like Don, you yourself, your wife, and
I did,
and I imagine there were moments when you were taking care of her. There was a lot of alone moments, isolated things. You were feeling like on an island here for this stuff, and that's where the Alzheimer's Association can help get you through those.
Unfortunately, at the time I was taking care of her, I didn't even know there was an
So
Alzheimer's.
you didn't even, you researched, you learned.
I learned post.
Post everything.
So it was
which is probably why you are as involved as you are, because
yes, I don't want to see other people go through that.
You experienced without their support is, and you don't wish that on anybody, and you don't obviously wish anybody going through this stuff. But that being said, it's sure a lot better when you've got a team of people that can help you navigate through what's next, or what's going to come back, or kind of keep you in the loop of what you might see next.
And when you need to go, there's a time when you need to say, I've done what I can. It's beyond what I can do. I need to find a place where I can get the proper help. And this person can be taken care of.
But you also got to get into a place to be able to do it and not feel the guilt or the association that comes with that, because at some point you're thinking, well, I feel like I'm giving up. And that's not the case at all. And that's where the Alzheimer's said, no, it's above your pay grade.
That's right.
You're not a doctor. You're not a trained, even if you are, it's your, you know what I'm saying? It's not your purview to do that.
No, you've got to understand that.
And guess what? Even if you are a healthcare professional, guess what? You always hear about lawyers never taking their own cases. You can't be that close. When it comes to that kind of stuff, you've got to step back and let someone that doesn't have a unbiased view of things make decisions,
and they can help tremendously.
Yeah, because unfortunately, to quote Meatloaf here, you can do anything for love, and sometimes you'll go above and beyond the extreme.
There you go.
That isn't not. You're actually doing more harm than good out of love.
Yeah.
And sometimes you need that outside perspective to see that. So yes, even if you're a healthcare professional, don't feel like you're, you know what I mean? But that's what the Alzheimer's is there. It's just
that's why we're here. Yep.
Because arguably this is going to be the hardest thing someone's probably ever gone through in their life. Whether it's their parents or their spouse, or I know this is weird, but maybe a sibling, a child, or a brother or sister, or something like that. It's child to be definitely weird, but I imagine there's a case where there's probably been a parent. You get those parents that live to be 100, and their kid's 90, and the kid's got Alzheimer's with the parent. I'm sure it's pretty rare, but I imagine there's one or two of those where it could be out there.
I don't know.
Those always amaze me when you see the parent, and they're like, oh, yeah, I'm in my 70s. And they're like, here's my dad.
Yeah.
He's like, he's in his 90s. And I'm like, wow.
Yeah, it happens. It happens all the time.
But yeah, I imagine there is one or two of those cases out there, too. But that being said, it's always that hard decision. So please, if you're interested, volunteering, or maybe, like you said, you've chewed some of this before, and you're saying, I would love to give back, or you know what? Help support groups. I can help talk about that. Or you know what? If nothing else, I would love to be there to help set up tables, to pass out water, or to help
whatever can happen.
Kind of just organize people on today's events, whatever. That way, come on out, come hungry next Thursday to the 30th, and come to Pasta Cafe. What time is that meeting again?
5:30.
Right at dinner time.
Now, you have to buy your own dinner.
Oh, yeah, but you're going to want to.
But
you're there. There's going to be pizza.
You're
going to be trying to meet, and some guy's going to walk by with a big bowl of spaghetti, and you're going to be like, all right.
That did it.
Yeah.
Give me one.
Right. That's going to happen. So,
yeah.
By the way, too, I think if you really want to get more involved and love pasta, I believe the Walker Aviation Museum folks, they'll meet over there on occasion, too, because I know Doug Weiser, he's president over there, and he runs the cattle bear and stuff. So he's a good guy to know. But I think when they meet over at Pasta Cafe, too. So I'm just saying, if you're looking for another great organization, another excuse to eat pasta, maybe.
What was his group again?
The Walker Aviation Museum.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I've been out there a few times.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're as a Marine, you know a thing or two with military stuff.
Yeah, a couple of things here and there.
But anyway, I'm getting off topic here. But volunteers needed. Sign up for the walk. alz.org, and then there'll be a button that says Find a Walk Near You. Click that and type in Roswell or 88201 or something.
Roswell, New Mexico.
And then, unless you want to go to Georgia, I'm sure if you want to check out the competition,
you want to drive down
to
Georgia, that's good too. But
although maybe we should have a
maybe set up a like exchange program with the Roswell, Georgia, and like when we have the stakes, we do well, guess what? We'll do an in-kind donation back and forth to each other. It's like, oh, I meant to donate to Georgia, but I donated to Roswell. We're going to donate to each of you on
there
that.
You go.
So we should work out some kind of partnership with Georgia.
I'm sure they've got a walk group down there too.
Well, I'll imagine, because I think, don't quote me, but I believe Roswell, Georgia is a suburb of Atlanta.
It is,
which means it's probably pretty big. Like
it's pretty good size.
It's probably like Cruces size.
I almost when I was working and I moved to Roswell.
Yeah.
They said, "Why are you going to Georgia?" I said, I'm not.
No, green men, little green men, not East Coast, but not Georgia peach.
Nope. My kids send me those every year.
Yeah, they and every once in a while, I mean, every business gets it. I know, like at the chamber and stuff, they'll get people calling about the chamber, and they're like, "Oh, no, that's in Georgia. That's not the Roswell." But if you want to be a member of the Roswell Chamber here, we can help you out. So, but absolutely, definitely go to the ALZ to type in Roswell NM or 88201, which or 202 or 203. I think either one, any of those three will get you there. And then and that walk. Does that walk cover that's because I know there's how many different walks are in New Mexico?
Only about 4 or 5.
I was about to say I was thinking like a half dozen.
We're trying to increase that number.
But this one covers most of southeast New Mexico.
Right? Hobbs has their own.
Okay.
And Clovis is attempting to develop one.
So there's really 3 on the eastern half of New Mexico.
Right. Las Cruces has one. There's at least one in Albuquerque. I don't.
Santa Fe or Farmington or something?
Santa Fe, yes.
Okay.
Albuquerque and Santa Fe. And you may be right. I don't know about Farmington, but
that'd be a good,
I would suspect that
if we don't, then that sounds like geographically that's where the next one needs to go is Four Corners area, Farmington.
Right. And there might be one down in the Silver City, Deming type area. I don't know.
If not, they probably glom onto Cruces, I guess.
That might be, yeah.
I mean, they're a little higher up, but they're as the crow flies, not so far away.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah,
but definitely, and so to tell friends, like if you got friends in different parts of the state, invite them to get to support those walks.
Right.
Now that being said, I think the Roswell one's usually a pretty big deal, and if I remember right, you guys kind of wrap up the season, right? Like, isn't the Roswell one like one of the last ones of the season?
One for the year. In New Mexico.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. You're kind of the tail of it.
We may be the last one for the nation.
Okay.
I'm not sure about that.
But I knew New Mexico.
But we're down near the end, yeah.
So we try to play cleanup at this one. So it's kind of it's like, all right, we got to hit our goals, and Roswell's our last chance to do it.
That's right.
So that being said, we would love to, if you've got friends and family in Cruces or Albuquerque, tell them to sign up. Now theirs will be a little sooner, probably in September or August time frame, or even October.
Yeah, October is a big time for
That's where most of them happen.
We moved because our Roswell October is packed.
Gotcha.
There are so many things going on with the fair and chili.
That's
fiesta,
true. Yeah.
All this other stuff. So we says, okay, we'll take the first weekend in November. Let everybody get by.
Now you can add the air races to September, so that's another fall thing.
Right. So
Albuquerque deals with Balloon Fiesta probably around the time of there, because
October.
That's usually the first week of October.
Yeah.
So but my point is, get involved with those, because at the end of the day, all this money goes back to solving, to finding this cure and everything else. Now, obviously, if you're here in this area, make it convenient, come do the Roswell one. But if you got friends and family in other places, get them involved, get them to have their own walks or contribute to teams at those different walks around the state here.
Yep.
And then get involved yourself.
And you can always do that at alz.org. You can always ask for New Mexico walks.
Okay, and then
they can give you a whole list.
Okay.
So you can pick a walk that's closest to you.
Excellent. Yeah. Or if you just want to bless a bunch of people, like, I'm going to bless that team, that team, and that team. They'd love to have. You're like, well, I want to help out, but I've got friends on multiple teams, and I don't want to show favoritism.
There you
Spread
go.
a little love to all of them.
There you go.
Way you can, either way, it's a big winner.
I said, if you donate 100, you get a shirt.
There you go.
And they will note that you put your name in there. I'm donating 100 plus, anything over 100. And when you go to walk day, you will be able to pick. Your name will be out there, and you'll be able to pick up your shirt.
You know what?
Before.
Tell you what, if anybody does this, if they donate $100 to 5 different teams, I'll make sure they get 5 shirts.
There you
go. You can work the whole week.
Yeah.
What's your Monday shirt? I don't know, it's the purple one. Tuesday shirt, I got you covered the whole week.
There you go.
$500 you do to 5 different teams. I'll talk to Don and I'll pay for the shirts.
We'll
I don't care. I'll make sure we get you 5
Yeah.
shirts.
You do that.
You get the $100 to 5 different teams, and I'll give you 5.
I will make sure that is done. We'll do that too. Yeah.
But yeah, that way you can, because I get it. Sometimes you're like, hey, contribute to my team, and you have friends on this one, and I don't want you to start that social faux pas. So,
No, it could be kind of tough. Break up some friendships here.
Exactly. And then, of course, the November 7th date itself, we love to invite people. We want a show of force. We want to get as many people out there walking, show that strength in numbers, show those families that are still battling how much we love and support, and we're rooting them on and cheering them on and being here for them.
We usually have some people who are suffering from Alzheimer's at the time.
Sure.
And their caregivers bring them to the walk.
Yep, that's right.
So hopefully we can honor them
absolutely
at that time.
And families too, if you are listening and you are going through the dementia Alzheimer's process here and you have not talked to the Alzheimer's Association, please reach out. Ask. If nothing else, allow them to help you with some of the taking care of you time. One of those services and things that they do is, obviously if you're spending your whole time taking care of your loved one, guess who you're not taking care of?
Right.
Yourself. Or things like the groceries aren't getting done. The things let the Alzheimer's, they can actually
help.
Yeah, they can help in several different ways. Sometimes it's shopping for you. Sometimes it's, hey, we'll take care of your loved one while you go
give you a few
take care
hours
of yourself
during that day. You go take care of.
Yeah, go get a spa day.
A spa day.
Or go
get your nails done.
Or if you go to your own doctor's appointments and get your health
there
right.
You go.
Whatever it is that needs to be done.
They can help out.
They can help. And so that, if nothing else, let that resources come available to you. Because I know logistically, sometimes just having a backup or someone there to spell you is the difference between sanity and craziness.
Getting around is another thing, too. If you're a veteran, you can call the veterans transport.
Yeah.
And
which you might get Don giving you a lift there, too, depending on the day of the week.
That's right. So if your patient, your Alzheimer's patient, is a veteran and needs to go see a doctor.
Absolutely. Out of town or anything else. Absolutely.
Around town, in town, whatever, and you don't have the transportation or for some other reason, call the Veterans Transport.
And
they will get you.
The van will come get you, whether it's in town or Artesia or Lubbock or wherever.
Somewhere around.
And that applies for all of southeast New Mexico. So people that are listening in Carlsbad, Artesia, Hobbs, same thing. They've got drivers down there, and they're always looking for more drivers.
Yeah, we need some drivers in Carlsbad and Artesia. We've had to temporarily suspend from Carlsbad. Artesia, we're working that out. We have a driver who can go down and get them.
But this is what, so they need volunteers too. But
so if you need help with that, with the veterans driving, 575-622-0729.
Very good. I just saw the time. We're about to get kicked off the radio.
Okay. Time to go.
Very good. ALZ.org.
Right.
And then find a walk near you. Click in Roswell, and it should be right there.
Yep.
Good deal. Don, as always, appreciate the visit. We got to talking. I looked up, and I was like, man, it's about to be 9 o'clock. It's literally about to be 9 o'clock. So let's do this.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Exactly. Thank you, Don. We'll see you next time. We're going to...
With SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason in Washington. President Trump says he's taking his time, the time needed to secure a great war-ending deal with Iran. And Secretary of War Hegseth says now is the time for Tehran to make an agreement with the U.S. to end the hostilities. Gas prices creeping up a bit. AAA's national average for a gallon of regular is $4.05. That is up a couple of pennies from yesterday. 10-day ceasefire between Israel and Hezbollah in Lebanon, it was to expire on Monday, has been extended for 3 weeks. President Trump made the announcement following a White House meeting of the Israeli and Lebanese ambassadors. South Georgia is burning. Wildfires, the largest of which are only 10 to 15% contained, have destroyed close to 90 homes. On Wall Street, the Dow down 182 points. The Nasdaq is trading 254 points higher. More details, srnnews.com.
The conservative underground meets right now. This is the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
The truth is simple. Iran needs the deal more than the president does. They're blinded by their indoctrinated radicalism. Nazis indoctrinated with a hatred for the Jews and anybody that was not like them. And the same with any other ism. Any of the 100 million people slaughtered in the last century, dying under whatever ism, is because of maniacal, insane, brainwashed, stubborn, power-hungry, egotistical madmen. And that's why you neutralize the threat before potentially millions would die.
Check out the Sean Hannity radio show later today, right here.
Paying $70, $80, $90 a month to big wireless companies, AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile for unlimited data, that is insanity, especially when Pure Talk, a veteran-owned company, my wireless company, they will give you unlimited high-speed data for just $34.99 a month. That's unlimited high-speed data at Pure Talk. Used to start at $55 a month, but because Pure Talk, they're constantly pushing to give you more for less. Right now, unlimited high-speed data, $34.99 a month. Remember, they use the same cell towers as all these overpriced big carriers. You get the exact same service. Now, their U.S. customer service team is standing by to help you make the switch. It's simple, it's fast, it's easy. You dial pound 250 on your cell. You say the keyword save now and claim unlimited high-speed data for just $34.99. Pound 250, keyword save now. Make the switch to my wireless company, America's wireless company, Pure Talk.
It's time for the Chaves County Sports Report. Had some baseball action yesterday. Well, sort of. Goddard blew out Portales 23-0 to move to 16-5 on the season, 4-0 in district play. That was at Portales. They'll play at home against the Rams this afternoon at 2 o'clock. Meanwhile, Roswell will hit the road to play at Carlsbad for a single game this afternoon at 5 o'clock. Softball action, Goddard will be playing at home against Artesia. A doubleheader starts at 5 o'clock. Artesia's 4-0 in district play. Goddard looking to fight their way back in the race. And Roswell will be playing at home against Hobbs this afternoon at 4:30. That's a doubleheader also slated for the Coyotes, who defeated Clovis their last pair of games. So they're 2-4 in district. The sports report brought to you by DSI. Call DSI for all your office technology needs. I'm Eric Butler at Roswell's Talk FM 106.5.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Pretty warm today, upper 80s, lots of sunshine, and it might be a little bit breezy. Wind at 15 to 25 miles an hour. Overnight, a few clouds, low to mid 50s, and another warm one coming up on Saturday. It'll be sunny with upper 80s. Some clouds on Saturday night. The wind will pick up on Sunday. Upper 80s on the high, sunny and very gusty. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Rich Thomason. President Trump has extended a waiver making it easier for foreign vessels to transport oil and natural gas to the U.S. The 90-day waiver of the Jones Act has sent crude prices modestly lower. Brent crude now hovers at around $104 per barrel. Its price is down several dollars since the White House waiver announcement. In the latest round of tech industry job cuts, Meta is laying off about 8,000 workers. Microsoft is offering buyouts to a similar number. DeepSeek, the Chinese artificial intelligence startup that shook up world markets last year, has launched preview versions of its latest major update. DeepSeek's V4 will be tested to see how it stacks up against the American competition. Airlines around the globe are canceling flights as the war in the Mideast squeezes global jet fuel supplies and pushes up prices. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Rich Thomason.
Exciting news for Southeast New Mexico. The Advanced Heart and Vascular Center of New Mexico in Carlsbad, home to Dr. Amanda Ryan's trusted cardiology care for over 13 years, is now part of Current Clinic. That means world-class electrophysiology services right here in Southeast New Mexico. No more 3-hour drives to see a specialist. Current Clinic is bringing advanced, life-changing treatment for atrial fibrillation, AFib, and other heart rhythm disorders close to home. Early intervention for AFib can dramatically lower your risk of stroke, and our goal is to help our community understand just how important that is. You and your loved ones deserve comprehensive, cutting-edge heart care without leaving town. If you're experiencing an irregular heartbeat or AFib symptoms, expert care is now available locally. Visit currentclinic.com today to learn more and schedule your consultation. Current Clinic, easy access to comprehensive AFib care right here in Southeast New Mexico.
At one point, Jewish leaders accused Jesus of interacting with sinners. So Jesus told them this story. Suppose one of you has 100 sheep and loses one of them. Doesn't he leave the 99 in the open country and go after the lost sheep until he finds it? And when he finds it, he joyfully puts it on his shoulders and goes home. Then he calls his friends and neighbors together and says, "Rejoice with me, for I've found my lost sheep." I tell you, in the same way, there will be more rejoicing in heaven over one sinner who repents than over 99 righteous people who do not need to repent. Okay, that story just doesn't make sense. Who would leave 99 to save one? Now, the answer is simple. Jesus would. Jesus loves and cares for all people, not just the religious. He loves the sinner, the fallen, the hurt, and the damaged. The Apostle Paul states, God wants all people to be saved and to come to a knowledge of the truth. No matter how lost you may feel, Jesus is searching for you to be with him, just like that lost sheep.
Join us at the Country Club Road Church of Christ for worship at 10 a.m. on Sunday, located on the corner of Country Club and Washington in Roswell.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. China has more English speakers than the United States. They have more Chinese speakers, too. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 9:59, closing in on 10 o'clock. That's about going to do it for us for today's show. Thank you so much for allowing us to be a part of your day. If you missed any part of our show, I always invite you to check it out at your leisure. Just log on to ksvptv.com. Click on the Mornings with Mike Winters channel. You'll find all of our shows there. This morning in the 7 o'clock hour, we had Peggy Bolin join us with Camp Invention, talking about that this is their final year for Camp Invention, that first week in June. Go to event.org/camp. You can sign your children up there. Diana Barnall with the Roswell Public Library joined us in the 8 o'clock hour, talking about their big carnival there tomorrow, and then our replay with Don from the Alzheimer's